And Tom, what's going on, man? How are you? Give me just a second. All right, message is up on Twitter. Let's check the camera. Hey, yeah, it's a little better. Camera's on, lights are on. Looks like we're in a good spot. How's your Saturday going, dude? And let's switch to playing games. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, last time we had just finished Seeker Slayer Survivor. Cool DLC, not bad. A little combat heavy for me, but it's all good. Just getting back from work. Nice, dude. No problem. Um, yeah, I just got back. I spent some time with the folks actually today. I took my daughter out there and we had breakfast together and walked around the mall and just spent some time. My father kind of gave me hints that they were feeling neglected. So I decided to make sure I carved out some time for them. It was nice. Harbinger's Watch. Oh, so we're here because this is the start of Beast of Winter, which I'm pretty sure is the Rimmergand deity quest. Ooh, I like that out. Like that art. That works for me. So yeah, I'm actually excited about this. I know I played this before, but I guess it's so long ago I don't remember anything about this at all. All right. And please, please, please do not let me forget whenever we finally get over to somebody that sells food. I am completely out of drinks for the crew. Yep, I agree. It is always nice to be able to spend time with the family. A wet, heavy thud draws your attention to a figure standing atop the icy cliff. Light glints off of the cleaver he holds, readied overhead. The blade arcs downward, evoking a fine red mist that hangs upon the frigid air. The kid straightens as his gaze finds you, and he fixes you with a single pointed finger from a blood-stained hand.
It is you! Come at last!
It is me. How kind of you to notice.
God Vatnir, fellow traveler. A day of glory this turns out to be. First auspices of a visitation, then the arrival of the Dusk Speaker.
Dusk Speaker? And what's this? An Orjhoma greeting meaning good to meet you. Interesting. Darmo, what's going on? How are you, man?
Truly, I hear the call of winter.
I have so little idea what you're talking about that I don't know where to start. The elf blinks at you.
No matter. Who among us truly understands the will of the gods? Vatnir, our mentor, foretold your coming. He described you perfectly from toes to top. Praise be to Rimmergand.
I don't suppose you could tell me about this iceberg.
Did you see the ships? We came on them. Back then, that was the extent of the ice. But now, it stretches to the horizon. It grows further each day.
That doesn't strike you as a problem?
Of course not. Why would it?
Show the invitation. Vatnir's the one who sent me this letter. The man squints down at the paper before nodding vigorously.
Come in, Dusk Speaker, come in. Be sure to speak with our mentor Vatnir. He's down in the chapel in the middle of the settlement.
Ooh.
The beer. The Dusk Speaker has arrived.
My. Harbinger's Watch, Deep Winter. Hey, like which one says Minnesota. What's going on, Smokey Rider? How are you? Hey. I guess I don't need to sneak then. We're in an actual like full town settlement. Yeah, it gives us the whole map. So I'm gonna assume that there's no fights here. Making progress in Kingmaker and picking up Doll Stew. Haven't finished either. Oh, awesome.
I always thought of a beast as having 4 legs.
An aurochs, yes. But with the torso of a man.
Exactly. Wait, what say? How can God have torso of man and body of orcs?
He is a god. He can be anything.
Yep, so I'm playing through Kingmaker right now in the member section, and I'll be playing DOS 2 after this. Definitely looking forward to it. Enjoying Kingmaker, and I have no doubt I'm going to enjoy DOS 2. The matted fur of this oryx shows a pattern of screaming faces. Can I take this? Yeah, I can. What's this? Harbinger's dwelling. Oh, more over here. What's this? Regular food. Chronicler, what's going on? How are you? Hey, people stuff in here. We're just welcome to it, huh?
Speaker.
Uh-oh.
Speaker. I'd like to speak if you've a moment.
Sure, lady. Ooh, that was liquor. Okay, so the ship could take that. More water. Excellent. I could give that to the ship as well. Fish darts in the waters far below the ice. All right, steal first, talk second. All right, couple books. And I think those are drugs. And hey, even though we had unlocked that, we can still just take it. Excellent. All right, what do you want? Brith?
You are the Dusk Speaker, Nye?
The Willowig Glamfelon searches you desperately. So people keep telling me.
It's all a bit much, isn't it? The end of the world rubbish.
She chuckles. I got no complaints at all. I actually took the opportunity to spend some time with my family and just recently got back. So a good day overall. No complaints. Glad that you're doing all right as well.
We all could, actually. We could really use your aid.
Her fingers play at one of her braids.
There's another group up top, on top of the ice, I mean, high above the watch. They attack anyone they see, us included. They make it very difficult to get to Rimmergant's temple, among other things.
Who exactly are these other people?
Another group of Rimmergant's worshippers. We call them the Lost Pilgrims.
Who do I like for tomorrow? I mean, for me personally, it's hard to bet against Mahomes. It hasn't been proven in that way, so I'm going with Mahomes all the way. But mind you, I could care less. The Bears aren't in it. I don't give a damn about any other team, to be completely honest with you. There are some players who I really like, who I sometimes I like to see do well. But to be honest, most of them are not in the league right now. To be honest, this current wave of football, I don't know. I probably just need to watch it more. Part of the problem is I have less time than I used to, right? Because a lot of my extra time is going towards my channel. But just in general, I'm from that era of football where we had Ray Lewis, Shannon Sharp, Terrell Owens. You know, we had all these larger than life, incredibly charismatic figures. And I just don't feel that way when I look at the stars of the NFL today, to be honest with you. It kind of feels to me like it's the way I feel about WWE. Like I'm from that Attitude Era where it was The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. Like it just, you look down the whole roster, it was superstars. Like they could just close their eyes and pick somebody and throw him out there, and he would be charismatic and entertain people and be incredible. And when I look at the WWE nowadays, it's like I don't, and again, I'm not watching it every day, so maybe it's because I'm not watching it consistently enough, but I just don't see that same level of talent or charisma or draw. And so it makes me not even want to really get into it or be involved. And that's kind of the way I feel about football right now, to be honest with you. Where did these pilgrims come from?
They're from the land as well. They came here a few decades before we did, on much the same mission. When none returned, we thought them all dead.
Why are they so hostile?
Wal only knows. They seem to think they're protecting something. Like the flow is sacred. Nivadir thinks they've all gone a bit mad out here all alone. Or that something in the ice is rotting their minds.
The sole exception to that is Lamar on the Ravens, quarterback for the Ravens. That dude is incredible. Like, to me, it's just incredible watching him play. So, like, I like seeing him do good. And I always kind of side with the players when they're having disputes with management and ownership as well. And so it makes me even more want to see him do well, and also kind of enjoy it a little bit when you see the team doing poorly because he's not there. Because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, pay the man. If you want to succeed, pay the man. I'll see what I can do about them. A huge smile splits the elf's face as she claps her hands together.
Finally, good news. You've no idea how rare a thing that is. The pilgrims keep camp in the ruins atop the ice wall. High Harbinger Vatnir can explain how to get up there, if he hasn't already. Was there something else you wanted to know?
What do you do here at Harbinger's Watch?
Whatever needs doing. Odds and ends and such. The whole community works together to survive. I hunt, I weave, I roast a delicious isai.
You seem very young to be out here. What's an isai? Why don't they let you ask that? Hey, ain't almost people there are gonna know what an isai is. She snorts, crossing her arms and squaring her shoulders.
I'll have you know, I've nearly 60 winters behind me. More than you, I'd reckon. I've been here for a solid 10 winters already. Came looking for, well, something I've not found yet.
She glances away.
Strictly, speaking in a religious sense.
Farewell. All right. Got a quest for her.
Man reads too much. What's he hiding, eh?
Paul, what's going on? This is the best DLC? Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's just a regular Harbinger. Let's see. I literally just got here, so haven't really delved into the DLC at all yet. But Remagan is my favorite deity out of all the ones in this game, so really looking forward to seeing content that's dedicated to him.
Go! Vatnir awaits.
Okay. Boom.
You must be our honored guest. Vatnir said to expect you.
The man stands from his fire and brushes his hands together, a smile splitting his patchy, ice-colored beard.
Not that he said I should expect so many. No matter. Room will be made. If there is anything you require, you need but ask. I will strive to deliver. Oh, and before I forget, a welcoming gift.
Valbrinder rummages among the furs and presses a bundle into your hands. I got robes, which do nothing, and a hood, which also does nothing except look rather creepy. You're here for your beliefs? Ian, what's going on, man? How are you? I got absolutely no complaints. It's been a pretty good day. How about you?
Of course. Aren't you?
I'm here because Vatnir invited me.
He casts no summoning spell, no binding rite. Your coming was of your own accord.
True.
Death walks in hand with life in the white that wends. The priests of the wheel would have you believe they follow one after the other. It is not so. I found a rift once, at the bottom of the world, and in it a camp, a clan's worth of Glamfellan, huddled and still. Their stories, their blood, their ambitions, none persevere. I chase not the end, but accept its inevitability. It is a thing to be celebrated, like the ending of an epic finally sung. Vatnir understands that, so I follow his lead.
A single incident hardly speaks to a fundamental truth.
Olaf rubs at his brow and sighs.
You are correct. Every incident speaks to a fundamental truth.
Just relaxing? That's awesome, Ian. It's always nice to be able to relax at the end of a long day. You do anything special today?
Come, shake off the snow, warm yourself at the hearth.
I need supplies.
What I have is yours, for trade or coin, until the end comes.
Just to see if they have any. Oh, also, he's got unlimited water. Well, that's interesting. Hammer and chisel. I don't think I need any of that. But you know what? We will. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some of that just to be absolutely sure. And then let's, oh, so we're down the water again? Are we, we're still above 90 in morale, so we'll leave that water there for now.
What's this?
Ooh, reveal something. Yep, I'm playing on PC. In fact, PC is the only thing I play on for right now. Chronicler. When I started my channel, one of the things I did was I gave my wife my Xbox. I decided, all right, from now on, I game when I'm doing things for my channel, specifically. Nah, not really. Got some stuff ready for tomorrow. My dad's coming over. We're going to grill up some ribs for the game. That's awesome. Okay, so you got Super Bowl plans with the family. That's really cool, dude. Hope everything goes well. Perception. Examine it closely. You can barely make out a small lever tucked within the recesses of the skull's left eye. Pull the lever. Something stirs beneath the boards, and your attention shifts to the northern wall at the sound of a hidden mechanism realigning. Yep, no problem, dude. When I first played Pillars, I actually did it on the Xbox, and it was not as good an experience. It's still definitely tolerable. It's a better port than, Stone Idol. No obvious enchantment. Okay, this must be a quest item, maybe. It's a better port than most, but it's undeniably a superior experience on the PC. Beer has been spilled everywhere, even on the spoiled food. A book of holy symbols has barely escaped the mess. Whoa. Is this Vatnir?
And why shouldn't we fear death? What offers death save erasure?
The man speaking before the room wears the same tattered robes as his gathered congregants, but his head is wrapped in soiled strips of linen.
I return to life cleansed of experience and understanding, ignorant, set to suffer again, to repeat our mistakes endlessly, to fail. But the beast would spare us this suffering, would offer us succor, mercy.
His head bows slightly.
But it seems our guest has arrived. Come, Dusk Speaker, join our circle.
My 40K figurines playlist. Oh, damn, that sucks, Demal. Sorry to hear it, dude. Yeah, I've caught COVID 3 times. And I've been mainly stuck in the house since the pandemic happened. So I'm not one of those dudes going out every day, and expose myself all kind of ways. I'm wearing a mask. I don't wear a mask anymore, but for a long time I was. Every time I was going out, still caught it twice and then caught it a 3rd time as well. It's always annoying as hell.
Look upon the Dusk Speaker and be glad, brothers and sisters, for he heralds an end to your suffering.
I serve one God, and it's not Rimmergand.
All actions and all gods ultimately serve the Beast of Winter. I present to you the Watcher of Cad Nua, father of the Defiance Bay riots, in whose wake fell the Hollowbone curse upon the Deerwood.
Oh, wow. You've been able to completely avoid getting COVID? You are a unicorn, dude. If you haven't bought any lottery tickets recently, you might want to consider it. Hey, wait, what was that about riots?
Who dethroned Lord Radric, rightful Thane of Gilded Vale, plunging that land into anarchy?
You mean there's alternatives to government by brawling? We don't get to see a lot of places that have their act together.
Damas, what colors are you putting on them? Better anarchy than tyranny.
Who scattered the faithless, blood-drinking Ethignal?
That one was for Barath.
And whose very stone and soil gave rise to the great green giant that even now strides across the Deadfire.
Oh, this dude is passionate. Oh, for the lover, he destroyed my castle. The gathered congregants whispered prayers, hands raised in thankful supplication to the Beast of Winter. Vatnir raised a hand and the mummers began to die down.
Full glad are they to see you, Watcher, for they came to pay homage to Rimmergand and bear witness to the final dissolution of Eora by his hand.
Chronicler, you never got COVID either? Wild. Extremely rare. The vast majority of people that I know have been exposed, have gotten it at least once.
Your coming fulfills prophecy. Wheresoever strides the Dusk Speaker, so falls falsehood, torn away. So discards false cycles, so quiet's dawn and dusk. I've high hopes for you.
Is this why you invited me out here? To fulfill your prophecy? Vatnir says nothing for a moment. His impassive mask hides his features, but the cant of his head suggests that he is considering your question.
I think perhaps more to put your role in it to the test. Prophecy fulfills itself by its nature. But your identity as the Dusk Speaker, that's not yet irrefutable.
I'm sure that was hell, Ian. I know one or two people who were in that situation there, like it was deeply frustrating to be that sick with the doctors having no idea what was going on or how to treat you. I know that was scary. Yeah, Michael, it called you? Yeah, exactly. It called most people, absolutely. Why are you all so eager to die?
It's not death we seek. It's oblivion. The final, quiet calm in which all things stand evened and equaled. Escape from the endless, torturous cycle of death and rebirth.
You have a point about the chaos that follows in my wake.
We did not title you baselessly. You seem destined for great things. Terrible things. Now, if we may have the pleasure of your company, Dusk Speaker, we've prepared a feast, at least by the standards of our humble means, for your...
His words are cut off by a tremor that rocks the floor beneath your feet.
The messenger returns!
Vatnir points towards the sanctuary's entrance.
Go forth and bear witness to his message! Don't leave me behind!
Move your ass, he's here for me. Really? Good Lord. Okay. What's going on?
Nemnock needs healing.
Ah, shut up, Nimnock. I don't know what that was, but we got it. I'm doing the team as Farsight Enclaves. Ooh, gold and black. With dark red, with burgundy. That's awesome. Whoa!
So close. Such grace, such majesty.
Whoa! Wicked!
Don't leave! Come back!
They're happy? These folks are making the scan eyes look downright reasonable.
Hey. What is really going on? The dragon, or this rotting shell shaped like a dragon, turns a glowing eye upon you. You feel its gaze upon your soul, prying at your spirit. A low growl rumbles from its maw. Though menacing, the snarl does not resolve into words. What are you doing to these people? The creature snorts, an unmistakably derisive sound accompanied by flickering purple light from its rotting nostrils, and lifts one of the dead harbingers to its mouth. It bites the elf's arm off. In my experience, dragons usually love the sound of their own voice. The dragon shifts its weight, crushing snow and ice beneath its clawed feet as it turns on you. Oh. Really? Well, let me show you why that's a bad idea. Shred is not ready. Yeah, you know, we'll wait till Shred's ready. Yeah, she's gonna do her thing. What do I want you to do? Here. Boom, 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 boom. I should use Remigan's power on you, but I'm gonna let that go. Here. Are you immune to... I don't know if prone is one of those, but hey, we'll try it. And then, come on now, we know what you're gonna do with you. Bam. And then you... It's time to shred you. Bam, 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 bam. Hold on, hold on. You need another shred power? I got you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, look at that. Look at that. Death of 1,000 cuts, my friend. Here, hold on. I got another one for you. I got another shred power for you. Because 1,000 cuts is still there. Yep, 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 yep. There we go. Whoa. Well, since we got that, let's do that. Excellent. I was just about to send some help over to him. Oh, well. It's all right. Starts right as our rogue trader team, and I'm fluffing it as a town, having got their hands on the warrant of trade, having one of their human citizens using it. I play the role of rogue trader.
What's happening? How could this happen?
Doing spy stuff and the like. That's awesome.
Where is Vatnir? Someone find Vatnir!
Uh-oh. Looks like they're none too pleased at the messenger being wiped out. And Harbinger Lexi, Luminous Remnant. Interesting. What's this? The Harbinger, another one. Did we get anything for the dragon? Did I miss that? No, I guess not. Okay. All right. What about these guys? Yeah, what about these guys who died up here? Ooh, rough way to go. Okay. I'm going to include... What in the hell? Why weren't you with them to begin with? Well, I tell you. Going to include an orc freebooter in the team as well, so it really looks like a rogue trader who's way more friendly with Xenos than he should be. That's awesome.
Where did that goat-headed boy scamper off to? Maybe we can track him by the smell.
Is he in this little secret room? Yes, he is. Vatnir cowers, hands atop his bandaged head, fingers interlinked defensively. He doesn't react at all to your presence. This is not what I imagined embracing oblivion to look like. Vatnir cringes at the sound, then slowly turns his head to peer up at you. Though his mask remains impassive and cold, his twitching fingers and rounded shoulders bespeak abject terror.
I'm not hiding. I had to sacrifice something I was saving for the messenger, and I couldn't find it, so I was looking for it.
When I killed your messenger, Rimmergan didn't say a word in complaint, and the gods are not shy around me.
You killed it? That's good. That it's dead. It's been harrying the watch now, well, for years. But people keep coming, and it keeps eating. Each time it comes, the ice spreads further. I didn't know how to end it, so I wrote to you.
Right to me.
Because you're the Dusk Speaker.
He chuckles, though the sound dissolves into a series of thick, wet coughs. Chuckle politely.
You have a reputation, don't you? You overcome things. You triumph. You're coming to the Deadfire. It seemed too great an opportunity to ignore.
How did an unbeliever like you end up leading this community?
It's not that... I'm not an...
His head falls with a long sigh.
We're rare, the god touched. More so, those changed by the beast of winter. Growing to adulthood in the land, in the white that wends, it's difficult enough without the numbness, the stiffness, the pain. Those of us who do survive, our communities expect things of us. Leadership, wisdom. I became the leader they expected me to be.
How did you end up here on this iceberg?
Our elders told stories about this place. The Veetmouth, the White Moor, and about the endless void beyond. A few years ago, a man named Glassval
led his clan to the frost-hewn breach in Eir Glanfath, seeking a path from this world to the realm of Rimergant.
Rob, what's going on, man? How are you? Hey, has it officially been a month since I started memberships? I guess so. It says you're a member for 1 month. I appreciate the support, dude.
They never returned.
Rob, appreciate the gift the sub, man. Thank you so much. And look at that. DeMoss becomes a member again. That's awesome. Thanks a lot, Rob. Appreciate it, man. Given the ships and the ice out there, it seems your iceberg's growing quickly. Vatnir nods, coughs, and then clears his throat with a gurgling retch.
It's true. Strange as it sounds, the larger the ice floe gets, the faster it seems to grow.
He wipes the back of his hand across his mouth. Nobody here seems particularly concerned about that.
Of course they aren't. They pray that Rimergant delivers this world from suffering. This seems to be his answer.
We were discussing the Vitma.
The tale passed from mouth to ear to mouth again, and people began to think, if Glaswald could escape, why can't we? I suppose I saw in that an opportunity, a chance to leave the land behind. So I claimed I had a vision, and the beast was calling me. The lie was more successful than I could have imagined. And I can imagine quite a lot.
What can you tell me about that creature?
I don't know what to tell you. It's a dragon, or looks like one. And rotten enough that linking it to the god of decay seemed reasonable.
You're full of horse apples, you mean?
She puffs out her cheeks.
This place is holy to him, so perhaps I'm not wrong.
You know why this iceberg exists? We're a long way from the white that wins.
No. Whatever answers you seek, you will likely find within the temple. The temple beneath the ice.
Is a temple under the ice? What's it doing inside an iceberg?
I don't know. I think maybe the iceberg formed around the temple. Perhaps it's because of the Vitmouth. The closer you get to it, the colder everything becomes.
What exactly is this Vitma?
Like the frost-hewn breach, it's a passage through the walls of the world. From this one to the next. To the White Void, specifically. Seat of Rimergant himself.
You know this for certain?
So the stories say. None who has gone in has ever returned to confirm it. But you wouldn't expect them to, right?
I'm going to take a look at this portal, and you're coming with me.
What? I'm not. I'm needed. My people need me. Here.
He wards you off with open palms. Metaphysics. You'll face Remagan eventually. Wouldn't you rather do so on your own terms?
My terms. As if such a thing could exist in the face of the Beast of Winter. Fine. Fine. I'll accompany you to the Vitmouth. Gods protect us.
Arms tight around his torso, he cradles himself.
We'll need to ascend the cliff above Harbinger's watch. These will help.
He produces a pair of ice picks from among his things. Thank you, Vatnir. He nods numbly. So he can be he can't be a pure chanter. Interesting. So he can either be a priest and a chanter, which is called a celebrant, or a priest and a rogue, which is called a zealot. Let's go with zealot. Sounds interesting. But I'm not putting him on the team.
The messenger has spoke! Dusk Speaker! What? Where are you? What is this room? Where is Vatnir?
I've asked him to help me find the truth about this dragon. He agreed.
But with you having killed the messenger, and with Vatnir helping you, what are the rest of us to do?
Everything will be fine, Halfjorn. Lead the Harbingers in Vatnir's absence. I believe in you.
Thank you, Dusk Speaker. I swear I'll prove worthy of your faith.
He straightens, shoulders back.
I should probably get back to the surface to do surface things.
Nico, what's going on, man? How are you? Awesome. All right. Now, with that having been completed, let's first go ahead and rest. Clear that injury off. If I can. Did the innkeeper get killed? That's perfectly possible. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this might be him.
Hello again. The accommodations are most modest, but as comfortable as a kith could hope.
+1 freeze armor. That sounds like it'll probably be useful right now. How much is the average playtime for Pillars of Eternity 2? Plus all the side content. You're looking at probably 100, 120 hours, something like that, I think. Of course, it's longer for me because I'm reading everything. Woo!
No, that's not right. When we kill dragons, they're supposed to stay dead. Pretty sure there's a law about it.
All right. Yeah, 100, 120 hours. Somewhere in that range.
The truth has been revealed. Even endings end. And you have brought that to us. Thank you, Dusk Speaker.
Finally, the recognition my troublemaker deserves.
See anything that interests?
Oh, they consider it irresponsible. Where do you get these fish? Everything's frozen.
It is not ice all the way down, newcomer. They may come out a bit hard and cold, but for that we have the fire, yeah?
Shiza hops closer and stares at the fish with desperate longing.
We have plenty of food back on the boat. Down, boy.
So what brought you down here?
You say down, as if this isn't north of the white that wends. This is the end of the world. The culmination of all things. The final chapter of the final book. What fool would not want to be here?
Wow. Show me what you have for sale.
Take a look for yourself.
Okay, so nothing special.
What's this?
What is that? Oh, a frost bomb. That's what we're seeing. Interesting.
Good Vatnir, fellow traveler. I've room shut if you seek to banish the chill.
Thou fills a tankard from a cask, and a slight smile curving his beard before passing it to you. Rimshodot?
You've not had it? Ha, I almost envy you the first trying. It's a beer, brewed and aged in colder climes to fight back the biting frost. Beloved here, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I appreciate it, except the drink.
Think nothing of it. With new Harbingers arriving weekly, we provide what little welcome we can in this desolate place. Alcohol brings a bit of oblivion upon us, if only temporarily. It's my life's work, brewing the perfect rimshota. The difficulty lies in getting the right ingredients.
Of course.
Is there aught you require?
You say you're trying to brew the perfect beer?
I did, and I am. Though proper ingredients can be difficult to come by at the watch.
Doesn't what makes the perfect beer depend on the imbiber?
No.
He grins. Care to elaborate?
I do not.
Why bother if the world's going to end?
Why bother if it isn't? Because I want to. Because I enjoy the challenge. Because I love beer.
Smiling, he rests a hand on his stomach.
I'm under no illusion that my work will outlast me, or even that it will have import to anyone else. Why lose sleep over trivialities outside of my control?
What ingredients are you looking for?
We brew Rimshota not merely for its taste, but as a ward against the deadly cold. It serves well enough along the coast of the White, but further south, or here at the Watch for that matter, well, it could be improved. I've seen machines striding the icebergs, kith-shaped things of metal, little impacted by the chill. I suspect them filled with some substance that keeps them warm. I've more than half a mind to add a little of that, whatever it is, to the latest batch.
That sounds like it could be unhealthy.
It may well not be. We will not know until we try it, will we? I've not been a warrior for many years, and the machines bear weapons and shields. Were you to harvest fluid from one of them, I would happily compensate you for it. In coin or trade?
He pauses for a moment, considering.
I'll accept as much of the stuff as you can bring me. I'm sure I can find some use for it.
What brought you here?
A boat?
I meant specific. Actually, me too.
It's not a place one swims to. Huh?
Show me what you have for sale.
The world's end may be nigh, but until then, I furnish what you seek.
Okay. He doesn't have anything particularly interesting. Moving right along. All right. Let's save here. So that new party member, has anybody played through this? I can say, does he get a lot of dialogue in this DLC if you bring him along? The flat plane of ice rises above Harbinger's watch, an angle slightly outwards, overhanging the settlement like a protective curtain. Climb with the ice picks. Hefting the ice picks you took from Vatnir, you step up to the wall. You swing one of the picks down into the ice, burying it. Slowly and very carefully, you ascend the sheer wall. Your muscles ache by the time you reach the ledge 24 meters above. The top of the iceberg spreads before you, a jagged mess of solid ice broken by ancient, crumbling ruins. The sea shimmers in the distance, a silver ribbon demarcating the horizon. He's had a lot to say to me so far. Interesting. Okay.
That's a first. Can't feel my hands anymore, but at least I can say I did it.
Outcrop on high. Okay. Him and it win both. I think you miss out on a lot by not bringing them both. This seems like a dangerous place. Whoa. Wow. We all got
keeping an eye out.
Got injured off of that.
I'll take care of this.
Better.
Whoa, whoa, look.
Okay.
Attack. Whoa, whoa.
Excellent. Oh, that's right, Edwin. That's the vampire type chick that you got the first time you teleported, right? That's right. I think I remember one of you mentioning that she has a lot in this DLC. Unfortunately, after that whale experience, I'm not letting go to my party. The temperature has slowed the decay of these corpses. Their lips are peeled back in a collective grimace. Absolutely not making that mistake again. A few weak strands of spirit essence cling to this frozen corpse. Reach out to them. Cold air rushes over you as you fall into the curling spiritual remains. A vast expanse of white flashes before you. No, shimmering silver. The sunlight on the sea, and breaching it, an iceberg. The dead flow. Nikilla raises her oar, points the dripping wood towards an inlet. You row, and time slides away. They seem to manifest from the fog, long and tall, with harpoons and axes. One rides atop a goddamn bear. Nikilla cries out for peace, one of the few phrases you know in the Glenfellan tongue, but the pale elves don't seem to hear her. They're roasting Jarak's wolf. It smells delicious, and you hate yourself for that. Kamuk sobs. He's hanging from a post, hands bound above his head, same as you. You draw in a cold breath and tell him to be calm, to be strong. Nikilla would have us find a way to freedom, or else meet the beast of winter with honest gratitude. None remain. No, you remain. The others swirl about you with the snow, howling and hungry, dead and lingering. You've seen no one else, no Antonic, no Glenfellan, for days. You've seen nothing save fog and snow. And then the fog shifts, splits, steps towards you on hoofed legs. Its horns curve upwards, caked in rot. Twin ice blue eyes, crusted in Remy, drink you in. They offer you mercy. You accept. Understandable. Oh, yeah, that's right. You are there to witness some of that. Yeah, ugly. Ugly. They revealed something. Oh, here we go. Is that it? There we go. The temperature has slowed the decay of these corpses. Their lips are peeled back in a collective grimace. I ended up replacing Shodi with Vatnir and Seraphim with Idwin since they played similar roles on the team. That makes sense. Yeah, especially if I had let them as a priest, I can see that. Why are we not detecting this trap? There we go.
I'll handle this.
Okay, so there's this metal platform. Okay, cool.
What's this?
Feelings of cruelty and malevolence suffuse the air around this idol. Footsteps of the beast. The wearer's footsteps leave the ground icy beneath them, hobbling enemies who enter the area. Walker leaves a small area of effect that hobbles enemies. That's interesting. Ooh, it's ice everywhere around. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Trouble up ahead.
Boom. Excellent. Is that sigil almost dead? Yep. Finish off the sigil first. Who's ever supposed to be killing that sigil? Here, hold on. It doesn't matter anymore anyway. Here, we'll do that. There we go. All done. All taken care of. I will say, so far, this seems like it's going to be significantly easier than WoW's DLC. Did this come out first or afterwards? I thought this was supposed to be the hardest one. Ooh, she's dropping fire on them. They're definitely not going to be able to survive that. Speak with Brythe at Harbinger's dwelling. What does she want from me? Oh, that's right. So we were supposed to attack the bandits for her. And I guess that's them. I was about to say, why aren't we, We good now? Excellent. This steadily increases the damage that we take, and it has not been changed at all. Interesting.
I'll have this open in no
Thick Beast of Winter is level 15 and Whales is level 20. Oh, so I should have been done this. Interesting. For whatever reason, I thought they all automatically just scaled with your level. I don't know why I had that in my head, but I did. Let's see, we've already been on the other side of that. Let's go around here. We've already been on the other side of this. Excellent. Whoa, 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 whoa. This dude, this is a sigil. Good Lord, I should have saved before doing that. All right. Now we know. Just go ahead and leave that alone. That's also a sigil of death. But it's also the way up. All right. So hold on. Passes down is encased in solid ice.
Speak freely.
Can she?
Right between the eyes.
Immune. Okay. What about
Wish I could have done something.
well, that of course didn't work. Now level scaling is an option you can set in the menu though. It only applies to maps you haven't visited yet. Oh, okay. And now I know. Oh, that's what I should do. I should put Council Hot's hammer on this. That's what I should do. Does Council Hot's hammer work on this at all? Let's see. Does it have? I can't tell if he successfully. No, he's got one less. So.
Rest is in order.
Oh, it made him cast it on himself. Good Lord, that was rough. That was interesting. Let's try this a different way. Maybe some holy rain. I just want to deal with this first, and then rest. Is that really too much to ask? Where's holy rain at? Here, you. There we go. Dam is nearly destroyed. There we go. That's the key. No problem. I was like, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. That could have been a little bit better. And I assume it's because it wasn't in the middle of it. Make it in the middle. I killed them with Pallegina's special paladin fireballs. That works as well, I am sure. All right, now. Fruit. We're good.
Nemnock hopes your boat sinks.
How dare you? Okay.
Sure thing.
Now, after that brief interruption, let's continue on. So we got one quest done, but there was another one who wanted us to get something from like a machine or something, right? I don't think we did that. So let's continue on, see what happens.
I might remain up here.
So what is this? A thick spike juts from the ice here. Someone has secured a rope to it and it dangles down the sheer face below. Test the rope. It seems entirely secure. The rope itself is strong and ice is formed around the grappling hook, freezing it in place. James, what's going on? How are you, man? Never level scale. Or as the orcs in a bad animated Return of the Games would say, where there's a whip, there's a way. That's awesome. That's awesome. Descend the rope. You carefully make your way down the rope, feet only occasionally slipping across the frozen wall. A small cylindrical object protrudes from the wall. Swing closer to the object. Eder pushes hard against the stone, swinging out over the icy abyss. The item seems to be an ice pick, its head frozen over much like the grappling hook above. Attempt to reach the handle. With an echoing grunt, Eder swings again towards the pick, grasping it. The object doesn't come free of the wall, leaving your companion clinging to both rope and handle. Might pull it free. Eder heaves against the pick, just barely, breaking it free with an echoing crack before swinging back across the ice face like a pendulum. Glacier Bane. What's this? Plus 45% damage, plus 12 accuracy, plus 3 penetration, plus 10% damage done as raw. Interesting. Climb to the descend to the ice ledge below. You carefully descend the ice face. Stefan, what's going on, man? How are you? Say the Rhine-bound temple. The Rhine. So this is the temple where it's supposed to be, right? All right. Ooh.
Hardly a homey place for a temple.
Don't worry, girl. You'll be all right. Ooh. Damage rhyme construct. Though largely intact, there seems to be a leak somewhere within this construct. A trail of sweet-scented green fluid winds down the machine's carapace. The ice beneath it is blackened as if burned. Investigate the leak. A panel on the side of the device allows access to its inner workings. Within, you can see the reservoir from which the fluid oozes. Gears, cogs, and similar mechanisms fill the inside of the machine. However, a false move might result in maimed fingers or worse, mechanics siphon fluid from the construct. You contrive a simple siphon from some tubing and basic physics, allowing you to draw a large measure of fluid from the construct without disturbing it in dialogue. Excellent. And we don't need anything from that, so back to sneaking. And what is down here? Ooh, that's stuff we can sell. Eastern Bound Cavern. What's this?
It's not my time yet.
That was my fault that time. Just my fault.
I shall.
All right. That's fine. Those are both. Whoa.
The Rhine constructs have been disabled, sister.
Where are the frostbitten temple guards?
Fuck the temple guards. Let us to the breach.
Uh-oh. Baby Pearl? All right, so something highly unpleasant is in the West Cave. So we'll do East first. Keep it in mind that East has a lower section that we want to look at as well. Sorry, I don't know how loud this chewing is on the mic. I went to the mall earlier today with my parents. And they demanded to go by the candy store. And they had sour balls there, which is my favorite candy. And this bag is just sitting over here, so I kind of can't resist.
Still got it.
I don't think I can pull that off.
Woo! Y'all thought y'all was gonna run up? No. You're gonna sit down. Oops. He shouldn't have ran so quickly. He shouldn't have ran so ran right in front like that. I've been getting the impression ever since the Whale DLC, you're kind of rushing through things and getting caught in lots of traps as a result. No, I'm getting caught in lots of traps because the person with the high perception is my guy, and he's in the back of the formation. And none of these, the bird might have high perception, but Shodi and Eder do not. And so my frontliners aren't picking up the traps that we really need them to. But I don't feel comfortable moving them up closer because he's dying all the time anyway. So how many more times is he going to die if I try to move him up closer so that he'll notice more traps? So I kind of just accept that every so often we're going to step on the trap because of that. That's what's happening.
Let's keep quiet.
What? No? I don't have a way to get past? Wait, did I not? I'm not seeing anything I can click on, right? There's nothing I can click on in here, correct. And there's nothing I can click on here either. Man. Okay. Guess we got to go to that other one then. All right. This way should be clear now.
I'll see what I can find.
By the way, I'm already enjoying this DLC immensely more than I enjoyed Secret Slayer Survivor. Secret Slayer Survivor wasn't bad, but you all already know I prefer story and Conversation. Oh, no, 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 no. I did not. Let me take the trap out first. So give me the right symbol. Thank you. This storyline stuff, thus far, I've been enjoying it.
Greenhide is there! She turns her prayers to Rimagant!
With me, sister! We must to her defense!
But something happened. And the end of Secret Slayer Survival was awesome. I definitely enjoyed that part as well. But not into the combat heavy stuff, especially after Whales DLC. Okay, there's something over there. Okay, wait, there's a whole cavern-like place. What is going on here? Go south first. Okay, so there's an exit out of the temple down there. Let's explore the rest of this first. Whoa, Mama Snow Bear. Sorry about this. Sorry about this, Mama Bear. No, this is how you expected things to end. Bam, bam. Boom, 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 no, no, no. This is futile. Excellent. Bang, ba, bam, ba, bam, bam, bam. Okay. That's done. What's on the skeleton? Superb scale armor. Ain't nothing too crazy. Ooh, I got a bear cub. Okay. And what's over here? Looks like it continues on. What is that? The depression in the ice has collected a small portion of the construct's vital fluids. Despite the frigid air and colder surface, it remains a liquid. Or at least a sludge. Perception, sniff the fluid. The noxious fluid smells of rotting koiki fruit with notes of naphtha and rust. Identify the fluid. The substance seems an admixture of naphtha and water with an agent produced through the alchemical combination of a mixture of alcohol and phosphorus with one of silver salt with potash. It's undoubtedly toxic. Pickpocket, collect the fluid. You scoop up the fluid with the bottle, brushing its viscous surface with your knuckles. The scorching sensation arrives mere moments later, accompanied by smoke rising from your skin. You rub the back of your hand against the ice, both to remove the fluid and to soothe the burn. Oh, wow. Something tells me I needed it. I'll gladly suffer the stifling customs of a deer if drinking poison is what constitutes fun in the white that wins. All right. These constructs have been picked clean. A sweet-smelling liquid drips from their open wounds. You guys sniffing that, I ain't helping. I'll be too busy laughing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, I assume I haven't gotten anything that helps me get into the other temple, so I'll come out here. What's going on here? Trap detected. This seems like it's moving on. I really feel like I should have had, yeah, you go in there, you come down there, you dilute the body, and then you come back. Really feels like I should have had.
You bow to Nemnok. Do it now.
You know what? Here. Let's just go down here. Let's see what happens. Temple of Decline. The icy chasm extends to no visible bottom. Oh, there's a third Eastern Cavern entrance. Ha-ha! Come on, there we go. Ooh, what's that? Any enemies around? If there are, they can see me. Oh, well, that's an imp. This imp sits on the frozen ground, rime clinging to its flesh, wings draped protectively over its shoulders. Its mouth hangs agape, and the wrinkles around its eyes indicate that they're squeezed tightly shut. It grasps a small object in his hands. Examine the object. The imp's knobby knuckles wrap around what at first appears to be a spear of solid ice, though a palpable power pulses beneath its surface, further cooling the frigid air around it. Replace the frozen relic with the stone relic. Actually, here, perception and survival. Examine the imp. Perception. The imp is not as unmoving as it first appears. You catch the slightest twitch of the tip of an ear and notice slight tension in its bony digits. The creature's alive, possibly in some form of hibernation.
It would appear to be under some form of enchantment, but I sense nothing of the sort. Curious.
Replace the frozen relic with the stone relic. You withdraw the stone from your pack and attempt to quickly swap it with the frozen orb. The imp's grip on the orb proves stronger than you expected, foiling your attempt at a fast switch. As you pull the creature's spindly fingers from the orb, its bright blue eyes burst open. The imp leaps away from you with a prolonged hiss, its leathery wings holding it aloft.
Wormling not take my ball. There's not wormlings to take. Go away. This place not your home. You probably die here.
Imps are prone to rash behavior at the best of times, and I'd wager this one has seen better days.
I'll trade you something for your ball.
Don't want wormlings things. Already have ball. Ball everything imp needs.
I'll give you this stone relic in exchange. It'll last much longer than a ball of ice.
Wormling may find rock shiny, but it only cold, hard nothing.
Intelligence. You dismiss the stone because it's not obviously magical, but you neglect its value as a cultural artifact. It would command its own price from any other worshippers at the outpost down the way. The imp stares at you, brilliant blue eyes narrowed to sharp edges.
No! Wormling thinks itself so smart with its big words and fancy words. Friends, time for wormlings to leave now!
Damn, it won't let me do it, huh? It waves the spear over its head. Ooh. Ooh. That's not cool. Maybe I should have rested before doing this, but whatever.
Still got it. Afraid not, Captain.
You. Not you. Everybody. Yeah, get that imp on the floor. Thank you so much. Whoa. What y'all doing? One thing at a time. That console hammer is taking care of the imp. There we go. Yep, there we go. We're good. That's your brain's a smart imp. Take stone like smart imp. I can't believe. Maybe I can't tell if I actually failed that. Trinkets. Trinkets are powerful pieces of equipment that grant a wielder a new ability. Yeah, I've been using those. Grimoires and trinkets. And place it in Grimoire and Trinket. You can also duplicate trinkets to automatically equip them. I've been doing that. You just now having this conversation? Yeah, I can't tell if I failed that check. Ice has weighed down the structural integrity of the temple walls. Deep groans of pressure resonate from the stone. Does this go further? Yeah, it does. Excellent. Also, Graves is she was tearing up our own party members. That's not cool. Here we go. Is this the body? This is the body. Come on, man. Let me click on it. Brooch of Inevitable Winter. Negative 25% freeze damage taken, plus 25% burn damage taken. No? But we can sell it? Please. I'm not taking extra fire damage. That's most certainly not occurring. Okay. Browse down. Let's see what we found. Bam. Bam. What's going on?
A shadow comes to muddy the onward.
Savage.
Still got
Boom,
it.
boom, boom, boom. Get a little closer. Why's that bear hanging back? Get closer. See, I don't want to use the Empire. And now, once I decide not to use the Empire version, that's when you decide to get close. Whoa. Just brought in a damn dragon. I don't appreciate that at all. You, heal up. Heal up some more. There you go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Man, there we go. Oh, he really doesn't like that hammer. He really don't like that hammer at all. I feel like the opposite. You might consider putting on Eder so Shorty can drop her meteors right on his head without without worries. Well, no, because it increases burn damage taken. So it reduces the amount of ice damage you take, but it increases the amount of burn damage you take. So that wouldn't help.
What's this?
Hey, look at that.
I'll handle this.
The brooch is something I would have put on Durant's Pillars Returning 1 if it was in that game, just for the memes. James, what's going on? How are you? Excellent.
I'll take care of this.
I'll take care of this. Nothing. 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 Okay. No, I mean if it had the opposite effect. Yeah, if it had the opposite effect, that would make a whole lot of sense. Whoa, whoa, oh, snap. This is not good positioning at all. So start there. And then guess he could choose either one, right? See. Let's try to give us a little bit more. Yep. Excellent. Excellent. You're almost dead. You're almost dead. Focus on you first. Then you second. I got no complaints whatsoever, James. It's been a pretty good day, all things considered. No complaints at all. An ice blight? Where did the ice blight come from? I don't remember. Or did one of the shades summon it in? Does that happen? Excellent. Okay.
Quiet time.
Quiet time. All right. And yep.
Would you look at that?
It just crumbled. It didn't even give me anything. What's this? This is the switch. Whoa. Thick layers of ice coat this chest, sealing it closed. Ooh. Open it with Glacier Bane. With a few heavy strikes, you break away much of the ice, leaving the chest lid accessible. All right, note to self, keep Glacier Bane in your inventory. A small gap, just large enough for a pry bar or kid's fingers, is visible between the lid of the chest and its body. Fire ability, blasted with fire. Why not? With a few gestures and chanted words, Alaf summons forth a gout of blistering flame. Accompanied by a cloud of steam and a chorus of hisses and pops, the ice slows away, freeing the chest below. Always nice to have a mage in the party. Oh, look at that, Frosty! Frost armor rating and a +4 with frost-related attacks. Well, isn't that nice? All right. Let's go back down here. And we're finally ready to enter the temple. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Nemnock hopes you're both.
Why you keep wishing the worst on us, Nemnock? It's so unnecessary. Come on. Hey, we didn't get him. And did we look at this already? Yep, we did. Let's go ahead and do a full save here. This temple looks kind of creepy. Don't know what's in here. Temple of Decline.
Easy now.
Nobody me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, we already. Why is that selectable? Oh, did I miss that somehow? All right. Maybe we'll make our way and circle back there. Keith, what's going on, man? How are you? All right. Yep, yep, yep. There's a stash out front in that big pile of snow in front of the door. All right, I'm going to have to check that when I get back outside. Whoa!
There's a strange energy in this wind. Could that portal lead to the beyond?
All right. There's a stash out front in that big pile of snow in front of the door. Oh, there sure is. Bones and vegetables. Thank you. That blended right in with the snow. I barely even saw it. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, that was the thing. What is Rivergan up to? Over here, over here, over here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are they there now? They weren't up before. Okay. Woo. Be grateful you're already gone. They was got to mess you up further. Okay, nothing special, but still. Life is really good. Hey, just wish I could get Hogwarts from GLG so I don't have to wait. Yeah, so like a dummy, I didn't realize Hogwarts has different release dates based upon what console you're playing. So I gave my wife my Xbox, and that was still the old Xbox One. We don't have an Xbox Series X in the house. I didn't know on old consoles, the game Hogwarts is not releasing until April. So I bought it for the Xbox One, thinking, oh, okay, when it releases on the 10th, I'll play it with my wife and daughter. This icy chasm extends to no visible bottom. Not realizing, oh, that's not really possible, dude. So I think that this is now convinced me to go ahead and join the rest of the world and get that new Xbox so that my daughter can experience Harry Potter for the first time. What you initially take for yet another frozen corpse appears, on closer inspection, to be a heavily armored figure encrusted in a jagged layer of cloudy bluish ice. The warrior's upraised hand seems to be reaching out towards something, the fingers splayed wide and grasping. Perception and insight. Examine the outstretched hand. Actually, search for the presence of spirits. You open your soul to the presence of other spirits. While a few strands of weak soul energy cling to the frozen figure, you sense no soul present within or near the body. Perception and insight. Examine the outstretched hand. 2 of the fingers have been broken from the hand. Based on the hard, sharp edges of what's left, it seems this occurred after the figure froze over. The angle of the joints indicate that the warrior once gripped something tightly, something since removed. Deep scratches in the wrist suggest that someone clawed at the figure long after it froze over, perhaps to remove the absent object. Perception and insight. Anybody with higher insight? Let's see. Nope, still partial success. History and religion. Examine the armor. The breastplate and chain worn by this figure seems significantly more intricate than anything else you've seen since arriving at Harbinger's watch. Padding and heavy cloth complete the panoply, probably as protection against the cold. Barely visible through the ice, you can make out etchings suggestive of the imagery of Rimmergan, snowflakes, skulls, and, of course, the horned face of the Arks. Remove the helmet. The helmet does not appear to be as solidly frozen to the figure as the rest of the armor. A few minutes spent wiggling and tugging at it frees the helm. You lift it to reveal an elven woman with bluish white skin and darker blue hair. Her coloration and the heavy epicanthic folds hooding her eyes mark her as Glamthelin. Remove the armor. Helm of the White Void. 10% of incoming grades converted to misses, plus 10 accuracy with body affliction and mind affliction attacks. Interesting. Remove the armor. The armor's intricate straps, weaves, chain, and interlocking plates have frozen solid. Removing the armor without damaging the warrior within may prove difficult, if not impossible. Fire ability. Melt the ice with magic. Olaf summons forth a blast of flame. Steam billows outward as the ice melts away from the corpse. After a moment, flickering orange light and crackling sounds emerge from within the cloud as the corpse's clothes ignite. The charred remains sag to the floor, rapidly cooling as the magical flames run its course. You gather the miraculously unharmed armor from the remains. Take care, Jayla. Have a good one. Speak a prayer for the elf's soul. You take a few minutes to consign the deceased to the wheel. You leave the remains behind. Did I do something wrong? Or does the elf die no matter what? I don't know why, but I kind of feel like maybe the elf wouldn't have died if I had used something other than fire. Whoops. I didn't expect, for some reason, I just expected Olive to melt away the ice that was surrounding her. I didn't expect him to burn the whole body to cinders, which it seems he did. Come on.
Indeed.
There we go. All right. Partial success. I think the elf was long dead. Oh, that's right. That's right. They said the elf has no soul. So, okay. Remove armor. Pull the armor free. You grasp and pull. When it doesn't give, you set your feet and heave as hard as you can. With a crack that echoes off the walls, the breastplate comes free, along with the elf's torso. Oof. The half-elf slips from your grip, striking the ground where it shatters into ragged chunks. You usually pull the armor from the remains. Oh, but now I can take the soul, which is something I couldn't do before. Want to put that lamp of yours to use, Shodi? She bites her lip. Lest I'm mistaken, she's been frozen here an awful long time. But if there's anything left to reap, I'll reap it. She waves her lantern, but no soul heeds her call. Speak a prayer for the elf soul. Take a few minutes to consign the deceased to the wheel. Leave the remains behind. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and go in. My mistake, I read the text. As you click through, the soul energy was weak, not gone.
Stand before the shining portal that devoured the dragon. This close, you see it as a ragged-edged tear in the world.
Here we go.
As you near, the portal flares bright. Brighter, too bright to stand. When the light fades, and at last you can see again, a great, shaggy aurochs stands before you. A bone-snapping chill radiates from the creature. It is the manifestation of Remergant.
Herald of Bereth, you teeter on the very precipice of your death. To once again violate my realm. Do you desire dissolution after all?
I have work yet to do.
Yes, Bereth does keep their hound on a short leash. Should you ever want for a final freedom from the Pallid Knight's grasp, seek me. I will gladly grant it. Passing through the breach will shred your soul into its constituent parts, to little more than wayward motes of essence. Knowing that, what do you want?
Ha! You again?
I would ask the same of you.
What happened to the dragon?
Her soul was drawn through the breach, the Vatmouth, and into the beyond. Neriskirlas has bound her soul to a relic from the days when the gods walked Aora as titans. This relic lies in the beyond, and it holds her soul captive there.
Who is Neriskirlas?
That is the name the dragon chose for herself.
What relic?
It is one of the many things Kith have thrown into the beyond, in hopes it might be devoured by the White Void.
Why did the dragon bind her soul to it?
The relic cannot be destroyed. In her ignorance, Neriskirlas hoped that tying her soul to it would save her from death. She is mistaken. True death has not claimed her yet, but it will. It is inevitable.
What relic?
It is one of
Oh,
the
wait.
many things. The relic. She is mistaken.
Is that why this iceberg is here?
Yes. The iceberg is the natural result of Neriskirlas's desperate attempt to evade death. Every time she escapes from the beyond into the here, she tears the hole a little wider. And so, the chill of my realm spreads.
And your cult, the Harbingers, what about them?
They have done as Kith always do. They have claimed for themselves a place that is not their own. They are no concern of mine.
What's the difference between the Vitma and the White Void?
The Vatmouth is the gaping maw of entropy. The White Void is the hunger that gnaws at the guts of Aora and cannot be sated.
Good lord. Your breach will freeze the Deadfire if you don't close it.
That is unfortunate for you.
You don't care?
I do not. However, there is something you may do for me. Like a maggot. The dragon Neriskirlas has burrowed beneath the skin of my realm. Destroy her.
Why do you want the dragon dead?
She is already dead. She refuses to acknowledge it. She has made herself immune to destruction by my hand, and in so doing, she mocks the very essence of my realm.
Why do you think I will succeed where you have failed?
The relic she bound her soul to has proven impervious to my influence.
Laugh. So a Kith could do what the great god Remergant cannot?
I can yet do many things, Herald of Bereth.
A rime of frost grows at your feet. It coalesces, hardens, begins to climb your legs. You're rooted in place, your limbs slowly growing numb. 2 injuries? Good lord! Okay, okay, I'm sorry. I take it back.
Wise words.
The ice encasing your legs splinters and falls away. Unable to feel your feet, you tumble to the side, but are ably caught by your companion. A satisfied sigh escapes Remergan's decaying bovine mouth.
What's in it for me?
A temporary reprieve from my inevitable victory.
I know you're the enigmatic god of cold and all, but I need more to go on than that.
Eradicate the dragon, and the Vatmouth will close, sparing your precious realm the insatiable cold of the White Void.
Fine, I'll do it.
Good. I would rather watch you fail than bar your entry. But you lack the means to enter the Vatmouth and survive the journey. You must seek the Eye of Remergand, a relic that once belonged to my vassal, Reinhider. It is a cold, blue stone, and it lies somewhere within this temple.
Mythical Rain, what's going on? I can't complain at all. How are you doing? I had a friend in high school who shot his grandpa's stud bull in the nether regions. It walked with a limp from then on. Getting talked down to by an ox makes me want to see the same happen to him. Wow. Why did he do that? I remember the freezing scene. A lot of people died because they went into that scene when an injury already got two more and died. I'm afraid that might have just happened to me, to be honest with you. Show Remagan the relic. You mean this?
Indeed. Approach the Vatmouth with the relic in hand. It will grant your soul safe passage into the Shattered Realms. The White Void's only purpose is to destroy souls, and it is adept at doing so.
Nazaran, what's going on? Yeah, Remagan is my favorite out of all the deities. Like, his voice is incredible. They actually changed his voice from the first game, and I think that was the right move. I think it's much more impactful in this game, and his constant obsession with the end and bringing it into all things, it just makes any dialogue with him absolutely fantastic. Just bought a bunch of Warhammer 40K stuff, working on building Necron army. Awesome. Damas is in the chat. He's painting his own 40K army right now as well. He was an immature jerk. Okay, so he just did it to be an ass. Because I was about to say, why are you shooting animals in the nether regions? That sounds absolutely terrible. Okay.
I will not stop my servants there from their work. They will treat you no differently than any wayward soul. Should you fall to their predations, not even Bereth will be able to save you.
Remergand pauses, his dark cluster of eyes watching you intently.
One final thing, Watcher. You must destroy that dragon.
When his words fall silent, and only the shriek of the wind through the breach remains, the light flares again, then quickly dies. You open your eyes and find the beast gone.
I also, the thing I also love about Remagan is never doing what he tells me to. So I might try to see if we can keep that dragon alive just to see his response and how upset he gets. But I don't know. It depends. We'll see what the dragon is like. The dragon might need to die. It's probably an evil thing anyway.
The blinding light of the breach pulses in time with the heartbeat of Aora. Your soul pulses in response.
Enter the breach. Rough.
Ishi, quiet time.
Trouble up ahead.
Charge!
Right between the eyes.
Disintegration is definitely helping. Technically, what I'm painting is for kill team. What does that mean, Demas? What am I missing?
I'll take care of this. I shall.
Keep it down.
Still learning about 40K. We'll be doing a lot more lore-related content when the beta finally comes out. Whoa. Was that the elf? Oh, maybe not.
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you?
The dragon growls through sword-like teeth, yet the meaning behind the sounds rings within your mind.
I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
What are you?
Circumstance does not afford me time to address ridiculous queries.
You're not trapped here. You just attacked Harbinger's watch.
A simple understanding of a complex situation.
Then help me understand.
No. I bear responsibility for neither your enlightenment nor your sophistication.
The great reptile's head cranes to the right, turning a glowing eye upon you. A snort flares her nostrils.
Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way. But know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
Lordy. Whoa! That was unnecessary. Ooh. In the silence that follows the dragon's descent, a faint twinge plays along the hair on your arms. After a moment, you realize that the sensation stems from your soul, a faint echo of essence across your watcher's senses. The fractured pieces of the armor spirit you saw rush to battle near Escrellus reached out to you, beckoning. Collect the soul fragments. Okie dokie.
Ishi, quiet time.
Technically, what I'm painting for is Kill Team. Kill Team is a smaller scale rule set for 40K, so you're playing with a single squad instead of a whole army. The upshot is that having a fully customized squad is more feasible for my tiny attention span. Got you. No problem. Thank you for clarifying the distinction. You follow me? Sure did. Yeah, that was basically the conversation. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence collect here, as if seeking one another's comfort. As you reach out to it with your spirit, the broken soul seems to peer back at you. The damned dragon hisses as you drive the mace upwards into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the Vatnir, but you duck beneath its claws. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You will not again allow it passage into the world of the living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. I guess technically I don't need to sneak around here, right? Because there's probably not any traps. The faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch towards you, interweaving with those you collected before. The spirit grows stronger within you. It's an honor, your mother told you. The altar of decline rarely sends for Gundur among the clans. Gundur, an Orijoma term for an elite class of temple guards renowned for laying down their lives in the service of protecting holy sites. But your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. You never noticed it before, such warmth for your frigid home, but it is stark as day in its absence. You sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to the west of Nassertak and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. The roiling essence settles within you. Going with some type of glowing orb thing. Nothing there. What's this? A beam of clear, radiant light cuts through the murky expanse of the beyond. The air around it is notably warmer than the rest of this realm. Look into the light. The source of the illumination is too distant, and the effort of looking hurts your eyes. You suspect the light is something more than it seems, but that can be true of many things in this realm. Step away. Okay. The faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch towards you, interweaving with those you collected before. The spirit grows stronger within you. Renhader, Olrun's daughter, dragged again before the elders for wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they'd said before, would say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the beast of winter's dread dements, where he lurks beneath the snow, above the stars, and with its red fangs and claws. Never walk alone. The girl will not learn, Yarnfolo tells them, for her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he's a bare-blooded adult grown, and she but a gawkish child of fish and berries. He's not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wizened elf answers, or she will die. Regardless, she belongs to Rimmergan, and not to you. The reconstituted soul pulses like a heart. There's a chest there, but I can't reach it. Water flowing through there. Not sure what... Whoa. Okay. You've only approached the essence before it sweeps towards you, drawn into the growing soul clinging to your own. Frigid cold washes over you. You have to ignore the screaming, to shut it out and focus. The dragon's at the doors, and you've but moments before it's breached them, before it reaches the Vatnir to sup on Rimmergan's gateway as it has so many of your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers, you open the way to Rimmergan, forging a road of your soul from the here through the beyond and into the very depths of the white void. He accepts. The Vatnir opens. Winter claims all. The spirit tears itself from you, stepping away even as it manifests a visible form. A soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elven features fading to nothing at the edges and extremities. You recognize her form as that of the armored corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal.
You trespass.
The soul's voice seems to come from everywhere at once, from her, from the air around you, and from within your own mind. Its chill runs down the sides of your neck, a numbness descending from your ears to your shoulders.
I didn't see a lock on the door.
Shody, you want to put that lantern of yours to use?
All right, you get on in there now.
Shody wiggles her lantern at the bee. That's awesome. The ghost's ephemeral eyes follow the lantern to either side, but she seems otherwise unaffected. Her attention returns to you. The figure takes a step closer, and the air grows colder, drier. Frost spreads from her feet.
You retain yourself, your life, your awareness, your soul. How?
Show her the eye of Rimmergan. Rimmergan gave me this. The spirit's eyes widen as she reaches towards the orb. She stops short, fingers twitching, before letting her hand drop to her side. Her attention falls to the frozen ground.
Your presence suggests that Rimmergan has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade, to succeed where I have failed.
You tried to kill that monster. Do you know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore.
It's a lantern, not a cat, not catnip. That was hilarious the way she did it. Like, come on, you get in there now.
I was mistaken.
What was the dragon after?
Rimmergan gifted our people with a beat mouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics.
Her scowl twisted to a smirk.
Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed. Still, its soul persists against the power of this place. And I would see it ended.
The dragon seemed pretty solid when I fought it outside the temple.
Was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
Similar in form and function to a chanter's summon. How unusual.
I need to find that dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the white void will consume you, however. A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits. Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid. I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I'll help if I can. Rhaegar bows her head to you.
In its desperate thrashing, the worm has scattered this ruined realm. You may find your way stymied as you proceed. Do not fear to forge the path you seek.
Trust the echo realms and appeal to the souls sustaining them. So that's her lair, Drowned Kingdom. And that's the Altar of Decline. That's the way back. Okay. All right, fine. A faint stirring of air from the portal carries familiar scents. The foliage of a deer-wooden wilderness. Gaze into its depths. Through the shimmering gate, a structure of thick stone rises, thronged by soldiers awash in the rosy shades of dawn. The light shifts to the clear, bright blue of day, then again to red, all within a matter of moments. Step into the portal. Whoa. Investigate the bridge. The bridge ablaze. This is interesting.
I think that soldier's raid Saren. That one too.
Looking to the light. Source is too distant. Okay. Under the helmet, this soldier wears an accomplice grin, frozen in death. Huh. Whoa, wait a minute. Bridge ablaze? Is this about the God Hammer?
I'll handle this.
Behind the deer-wooden defenses, Red Sarens laid down their lives to open the way for Wildwind's crossing. That's insane. Seriously, y'all. Seriously. Corrosive soul lesson.
Better part of valor.
Yep. Forgotten Sanctum is done. James.
Is that? No.
Wow.
Can it? Evandur Bridge.
The sight of Saint Wadwin's demise by a dozen fighters and Magranit's priest who ignited the Godhammer bomb. Evandur Bridge marked the triumphant end of Eothas' incursion into the Deerwood.
This is where the Saints' War ended. Godhammer went off, blasted this place to pieces. And everyone in it. Say, how reliable are these memories anyway? Is this how it actually looked, or just what someone remembers of it?
Metaphysics. The soul remembers what the body perceives, but the mind is not perfect. There are always biases and flaws.
I guess that makes sense. And something as big as this, as big as killing a god, might just get all blown out of proportion.
Crazy. Did you get the book that someone's Eothas Wadwin slasher fiction? What? I never read the book, so I probably got it but didn't realize it, but that sounds hilarious. Half of this soldier's face is missing. Their expressions reflect a mixture of determination and hopelessness. Something heavy is leaning against the other side of the door, wedging it shut.
What's this? I'll take care of this.
Widewind can see us. A triumphant battle cry is frozen on their lips, their spittles suspended in the air. The figure at the head of the Red Saren army seems at odds with his surroundings, more like he is delivering a sermon than leading a bloodthirsty vanguard. His body overflows with soul essence, more than any mortal could hope to contain.
Lord elect, that's Saint Widewind himself.
Though he has the protection of an army rallying around him, his features are creased with apprehension. You okay, Eder?
It's not something you see every day. Not even on your worst day. I suppose for the dozen, this was their worst day. I always figured the stories were exaggerations. Head alight and all that. People always make things sound worse than they were, but this looks about bad enough.
You haven't spotted a priest by the name of Durance, have you? He offers no reply.
I'm sure he would have heard about it if Durance were actually here at the time. No, building the bomb and gloating about it from a safe distance? Yeah, that's more like him.
Is that really you, Widewind? He doesn't move and reflects no awareness of your presence. In this realm, Widewind is inert, balanced between moments in time that already happened. Reach out to it. Poke him. You know what? Yeah, we'll poke him. You might as well be poking a mountainside. The Battle of Vatnir Bridge already happened. Nothing can alter the events or the sequence. Probably. Reach out to his soul. The response is immediate. A dim echo of soul essence clinging to Widewind lurches towards you like a drowning man taking his first lungful of air.
Where am I? And who are you?
Conflicting emotions radiate from his soul, like a mind waking from a deep and restless sleep. You're on Vatnir Bridge, right before the Godhammer bomb went off.
The what hammer?
Beneath this confusion, you detect a spark of recognition, but it's very faint. He knows this word, but he may not remember that he knows it.
Oh no, I feel something. It's coming on like a sneeze, but bigger. This is all happening again, isn't it?
What do you mean, again?
Keep your distance. It's coming. The cycle's turning back on itself.
WideWind's soul strains to avoid it, but you feel the pull of an unseen force tearing at him, shredding this moment of clarity. And then he's gone.
Did they expect a dozen to stand against the dawn?
Widewind stares down what remains of the dear wooden defenders, the last men and women holding the line against them. Gone. Aethys? He offers no reply. What speaks is neither Widewind nor Aethys, but the result of their violent collision.
Resist and the light will extinguish you. Surrender and be redeemed by the coming of the day.
You feel Widewind summoning his will to attack. He knows how this will end, not because he has reenacted it countless times before, but because it could end no other way. Before he can launch his attack, a tremor runs across the bridge. Heat rises from the stones and bellows into an inferno. Whoa. Crazy. Torn apart by the force of the bomb, Widewind is a tableau of agony. Any divine aspect has fled, leaving him nothing more than a mortal in great pain.
Must have been a pretty bad way for Widewind to wake up.
Something catches the light, an engraved circular trinket hanging around Widewind's neck by a thin cord. Take the trinket. The cord won't disentangle from Widewind's neck, but you manage to slip the trinket free. It's a personal sundial. Personally adjusted, it can beam a small ray of light on the time of day. As your hand closes around it, the spirits of the realm stir in agitation. Roused by your interference, the spirits converge on your position in wordless fury. Ooh, okay. Cray. Kit, what's going on? How are you? Nope, that's not gonna work. There we go. That works better. Ba-ba. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. We good? Something warm shines from the distant obscurity of the beyond. It isn't a fire or a star, but light itself, seemingly disconnected from any source. You know this isn't your first time seeing it. No sooner does it roll its attention towards you than you feel the heat of a familiar, piercing gaze. Aethys, what are you doing here?
Grieving. That man, Widewind. He had a life that I invaded, delivered to death, and consigned to this culvert. I left him to stand and accept punishment in my stead. I am the piece of the dawn stars that lingered, delayed by grief.
You're feeling ambivalent about the Sanctuary?
About aspects of it. Widewind's fractured mind is holding this bridge, suspended in time. He's no good to anyone until he understands what he forgot.
Show Widewind sundial. The energies around the bridge seem drawn to this.
A fitting token for Widewind. As a holy man, he was a keeper of the light. As a farmer, he was indebted to cycles.
Aethys' light falls on the timepiece, bathing it in a warm glow.
Watcher, I implore you for Widewind's sake, to stand in my light and read the sundial. You can follow the timeline of the bomb and find Widewind in the explosion.
I'm gathering souls to deal with a dragon, but everything in this realm sees either trapped, broken, or mad.
You can count Widewind among the broken and trapped. Madness is not created here. Everything you see is a product of what Kith bring with them when they die. Twisted, as if in a dream.
I can use this to manipulate time? How far can I go?
There are limitations. You can perceive nothing beyond what the souls of this place experienced themselves. That is the burden of memory.
I'll carry a sundial into the light and see what happens.
Widewind is scattered across the bridge in 3 parts. But I sense a 4th nearby as well. A piece that detonated with the bomb. Find him in the Godhammer. Make him whole again.
And we got a key, and we got a way out. Hold Widewind's the sundial up to the light. The light shines down the sundial's pinhole on the lines with dusk. Turn the ring towards the dawn. As you adjust the sundial, the ambivalent light shifts around you, and the ground trembles beneath your feet. What?
That would have been terribly handy in my academy days.
So wait. He stands. I'll get us out of here if I can, Widewind.
You're a saint to even consider it. Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. I can't leave while I'm shattered. Gather enough of the pieces and maybe I'll be strong enough to be some help.
Okay. Hold Widewind sundial to the light. So this is dawn. I've already been to noon. Let's turn the ring towards dusk. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts around you and the ground trembles beneath your feet.
I've seen this moment in my dreams.
But I need, right, I got that. You can use the sunspots to move forward or backwards, that's fine. So wait, this is dusk. We've been at dawn. What's noon? And dusk gives us a portal that's a way out. There are multiple sunspots. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, this is different, right? Good Lord.
You see that, Ishi?
You see that, Ishi? Boom, boom, boom. Oh.
That's not very helpful.
Angela, what's going on? How are you? What is that blue stuff? Oh, that's it's his feet. Okay, cool. Excellent. Ba, 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 ba. Excellent.
You bow to Nemnock.
Of course.
All right. Now there's okay. Nothing there.
Real quiet now. A shadow comes to muddy the light.
There we go.
I'll handle this.
Save and shambling soul.
Right between the
Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa. Maya, do you mean Eder? It's like a dorky dad trying to get his kids to think he's cool. Woo. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Another sundial. Okay. And I could go out if I want to go out that way.
What's this?
And hey, we'll discover something all the way on the edge. It's another bomb we could throw if we wanted to. Okay, now. Hold up his light. What do we want? With a bird who isn't impressed by anything. Oh. All right, let's go with dawn. See what happens at dawn, because I'm at noon right now. That doesn't give me anything different. Dusk. Because for dusk, I couldn't get all the way over here, right? Robert, what's going on, man? How are you? He needs to work. Should probably do some prep for my game. So one of my players gone off script to enter a junkyard death race. That's awesome.
Still is a pond.
Hey, these are good problems to have.
A shadow comes to muddy the light.
Ooh. Whoops. Let's go ahead and get this done. There we go. Bang, bang. Okay.
Of course.
Of course. Good Lord. It's the second time I've been triggered by the same trap. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, okay.
The better part of valor.
Good, just enjoy the night with some barbecue. Woo! I could go for some barbecue right about now. I got no complaints whatsoever. Thinking of watch some Mad Max or something for inspiration. That's a good route to go. Fragmented from Wadwin in the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. Read the soul. You dangled your legs over the edge of a dock. In the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. And your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. What had you so distracted? Echoed Wadwin. Father, would the morning still come if Aethys wasn't there to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aethys is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You are old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Echo Wadwin. We till the soil, and we plant the seeds, but give thanks only to Aethys for the harvest. Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rods clattered to the ground, and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake, your mouth open with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out to the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Eddar's face as he levels his gaze to meet yours. Wadwin and his father had some turbulent disagreements over faith.
Strange thing to think of right before you get blown to pieces, don't you think?
Interesting things come through your mind when you think you're about to die. Okay, so that's one piece. Now, that's the one. I don't think there's anything else we can get over here, so I know there are some other sundials outside. Let's go to those. Also, I like my new badge. I saw the charge hit my checkout yesterday, so it's cool to see the result. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you like it. In fact, I think I finally have enough members where I can start adding some new emojis as well. So definitely want to make sure people get something that makes them aware that I appreciate them remaining members, that they feel like there's some value in it. Ooh. A nervous Amua woman lingers beside the pedestal shaped like a conch. She startles at your approach and quickly touches some half-hidden object to the pedestal. The flow of the water surrounding the pedestal abruptly changes directions, flooding the path behind it. Satisfied the object has done its job, the woman starts towards you with long, determined strides. Small bits of her already incorporeal form seem to flicker in and out of existence, as if she's slowly coming apart. The closer she nears, the faster her body dissolves. An arm's length from you, she opens her mouth to shout, but only a halting babble escapes.
You not enter, I keeper, relic, block, waters, Andrus, guidance.
The spirit lunges forward, arm raised to attack, but the movement seems to be too much for her fragile form when she dissolves into a cloud of loose essence. Shambling soul. Good enough. One Necron mortal down. 4 to go. Awesome. A pool of still, clear water fills the pedestal's concave. The closer you stand, the more inviting the water seems. The essence you possess pulsates gently, drawing you nearer to the basin. Touch the essence to the water. Violent ripples mar the surface of the water. The water at your feet begins to foam and churn. Then, abruptly, the water stops. It begins flowing in the opposite direction. The essence in your hand continues to pull toward the basin of water. Perhaps touching the essence to the water again will reverse the water's flow. Okay. Sooner or later I want to get there, but I can't get there standing there. There's nothing over there, so. The Drowned Kingdom. A warm, briny breeze flows through the undulating curtain of light. The portal shimmers like sunlight upon the sea. Gaze into its depths. Beyond the gate, you see ancient architecture, apparently Wana in design, set among glistening reefs and cascading water. Step into the portal. What is this?
They've returned for us! Run!
I might have made a few enemies here. Tread lightly.
Come on, save. All right, too much water, can't go over there. So we go in this portal, which we already know brings us up here. We can walk it.
A friendly face. For a moment I thought you one of those wretched outlanders.
Relief washes over the man's face. Wana, you're mistaken. I'm not a citizen of wherever this is.
I say, have you suffered a head injury? You stand in the great city of Ukaizo.
Ooh, all right. What was that? I think, forgive me, I just returned from a long journey.
I say, if you were not here when the Outlanders arrived, then you have not been back for 75 years.
A look of confusion crosses the man's face. He narrows his eyes but says nothing more. Outlanders?
A strange people from across the sea. They came with promises too big for any Kith to keep, but the king let them build their machines in the city anyway, the fool. Now all lies in ruin, and it's their fault.
How so?
Their machines. They were monstrous, taller than our tallest buildings. When they turned them on, thousands died in an instant. The gods wept. They were so angry, and in their rage, they destroyed the city.
Who are you?
We are the King's Council. Akera, we were, but are no longer. That fool threw us from the palace and banished us from the realm, as if the Outlanders' betrayal was our mistake.
Why did he banish you?
We dared to say he had made a terrible mistake. A strange people. We are the King's Council. The Empire. The Empire.
I don't have time for this.
Beware the Collector. It stalks the waters.
His eyes widen in fright.
Gods. The Soul Collector. It's returned. Run!
But the man can't run. His voice cuts off abruptly and his edges tear, fracture, and fall away. He is replaced with a creature of pure essence. He turns glowing eyes on you and lunges. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I get hit immediately. That's not cool. Come on. Why didn't you do anything, bro? Anytime now. There you go. I knew you had it in you. Come on. Excellent. Boom, 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 boom. Excellent.
Of course.
What do you need?
Come on. All right. So the water is flowing like this, which allows us to get over here.
Leave it to me.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh crap, I didn't even realize there was a guy back there. That's not cool. Defeated him. Come on, no. What y'all turning back towards the water for? There's still business to be handled. There we go. Thank you very much. Boom, ba boom. Okay. A lot going on here. All right, here. Let's go here first. What is this? Well, where's this portal taking us? This portal takes us here. We can't get any further. And what's this? So this is the other side of here.
You must gather your party before venturing.
I know. Boom.
Priest lady, Nemnock needs healing.
Okay. Okay, that clears that up.
Huh.
Interesting.
Wonder what the folk back at the Deerford Mill would pay for something like that.
Hey. That's awesome. All right, now, what about this? What does this do? Makes sense. Excellent. Go here. Boom, boom. Okay. And what is this? A lone shard of soul essence bobs just above the surface of the water. As you reach out to it, a chorus of whispers rise in your mind. Though you can't make out what they say, a pall of fear and suspicion settles over you like a dark storm cloud. The outlanders come in strange boats, bearing gifts and honeyed words. You watch from your gilded walls, wind whipping your hair from its warrior's queue as they climb the many hundred steps to the doors of your palace. Nerves turn your stomach. Your seventh child, your only son, is 10 days old. You want to give him the world, and you fear these outlanders have come to take it from you as you have done from others. You return to yourself with a jolt, and the vision fades. The jagged shard of essence wedges itself against your soul. Okay, so wait. I'm thinking that I didn't finish Widewind's portion. That you're not supposed to have to leave. This statue is crusted in barnacles and coral. So I'm going to have to go back, unfortunately. A wisp of soul essence blocks your path. It extends tentative tendrils toward you, senses a bit of itself within your own soul. It yearns to be joined with that sliver again, and you cannot help but let it. You unfurl a map of your empire down the length of your grand feasting table. The outlander gasps as you show him its boundaries, which stretch to the edges of the world. He exclaims as you enumerate the many kiths subject to your sovereignty. Your son babbles on your knee, and the outlander smiles. He insists that the gods must favor you to have given you so large a domain and so bright an air. You agree. The gods have blessed you indeed. The wisp of essence clings to the others within your soul, radiating unease. Okay, so once you finish this, I'm gonna go back to the bridge. Maybe there's a sundial that I missed. How do we get to that portal?
Reads too much. What he hiding, eh?
Could be a fight.
Scourge. This is not good. Oops. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Excellent.
This is futile.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellent.
Right between the eyes.
So that didn't help me. Wait. Okay, wait. So where is that supposed to go? That will go up there. Okay.
I shall.
So Tech Dynasty? What does that mean? Are you saying that's what you're painting?
Tell Bird to leave Nemnock alone.
Hey, okay. This works. Okay. A wandering clump of soullesses waits for you in the path. When it senses the pieces of itself already within you, it rushes to join them. Your people wave and shout your name as you tour the Outlander around your city. You have come to value his counsel even more than your own advisors, for he would not see you fettered by ceremony and politesse as they would. He has requested a site in the center of the city on which he might build a contraption. His people are soul shapers, he explains, and they have found a way to commune with the gods. They need only a place worthy of the gods' power from which to do it. You are only too happy to oblige. The clump of soul stuff mingles with the bits of itself you already hold. A sharp pain pierces your chest. Fear, not yours but the soul's. It cannot stand to be alone, but neither does it want to be whole. That's not, okay. Just let me get to the last portal. Uh-oh, fades out. Okay, no, still going back right down there. That's fine. I don't have an Ematech yet, but he's next on the buy list. So wait, that's supposed to be... A knot of soullesses lingers before you. It shies from your touch at first, but relents when it senses the rest of itself within you. Its loneliness proves more powerful than its fear. Acrid smoke chokes the air. Fires rage across the city. You trip on a lump of shattered statue and crash to the ground. A sharp pain races up your arm. You are broken, too. You stay there on the ground, too tired to stand, too tired to go on, as your city burns down around you. They told you they could speak with the gods. You thought it an honor. But when the bearded man you'd grown to trust activated his machine, half your populace turned to ash. Their souls were turned from their bodies like curtains from a window. They didn't even scream. But the Outlanders didn't lie. They could commune with the gods. The gods descended on the city with flame and flood. They smashed your palace to ruins and drowned your ports. A scant few people escaped the destruction by boat. Those who remained died in terror. Except you. They let you live. In their divine cruelty, the gods let you live. The distinct bits of soullesses coalesce within the shelter of your soul. Whole at last, the spirit reluctantly pulls itself from you. And now I'm searching for a throne, the sunken crown. I think that's it, right? But the question becomes, there's something over here. And can't help but wonder if I should do that first. So let's go in here. So let me see what happens if we go here. So I clear up the other side. What? That was already clear, though. So nope, that doesn't do anything for that. Huh. So I don't know what's supposed to be used to clear up that side then. Alright, fine. We'll go in it to that cave and deal with that first. Today I bought an elite and recruit starter kit. Box of immortals. Let me get... Right, because that goes right up there. Alright, sunken crown, fine. Lead belcher spray primer paint, warp lightning green paint, rune steel silver paint, Catan shard of the void, Necron codex and data sheet cards too. Do you have to use a specific type of paint when you're doing these, or will Lily paint do? Or is this paint that whatchamacall, the folks who own Warhammer, do you need a paint that's like provided by them? Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Boom, bum, 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 no, no. Town shards look sick. Nice. You can paint however you want to go unpainted as far as I know. Oh, so it's not even necessary to paint them. Interesting, okay. But I'm using Citadel brand of paints which are designed for the game.
Speak freely.
So then once you finish with painting it, these statues depict the stern visages of past Wana rulers. Are those the same figures then that you would use in battles with other people? Oh. Oh, so you can go into passages this way as well. All right. The soul fragment dissipates in a flash of scattered essence, reforming in the shape of a large Amua man, bedecked in exquisite robes and golden jewelry.
My great hall stands open for all who would pay fealty to their beloved king. Why are you here?
Wana, kneel, my king. It is an honor to bask in the incomparable glory of your presence.
You may stand.
The king nods quickly, apparently satisfied with your display of fealty. The king regards you with one eyebrow raised and a smug smile just forming on his lips. Diplomacy and bluff. Your Excellency, I had a few questions. I've brought you a gift.
Indeed. What is it? Show me.
Offer him one of your history books. Knowledge of the future.
You say you bring knowledge. I say I have enough books.
A king who cares nothing for history? I can't imagine how your empire fell to ruins. Don't mind him, Your Highness. He's still mad that Adir lost her colonies to a mob of illiterate farmers.
Eddar's comment surprised a chuckle out of the king, and he deigns to award you with a small smile.
You have my permission to continue.
Who are you?
King Wingaro Owaturi the First. You've heard of me, of course. Haven't you?
Deadfire Archipelago. Shrug. Maybe in old stories. Are you any relation to Queen Onikaza II?
None in the royal family bear the name Onikaza, and a woman has not held the throne for 50 years.
You actually do have to paint them. There's a basic standard called tournament ready that you have to be at to play official matches. Do what you want casually, of course. Yes, I could use them once I finish building and painting. So if you enter a tournament then, are they going to like look through all your figures and check to make sure all of them are painted?
If there lives a queen by such a name, hers must be a small nation indeed. Or I say I haven't heard of it.
He laughs heartily, slapping his knee. Deadfire Archipelago. Shrug. Maybe in old stories. He settles back on his throne, bright eyes blinking rapidly. After a long moment, he laughs.
A fine joke.
Your kingdom predates Ukaizo?
My kingdom is Ukaizo, the jewel of the Deadfire. No, of Aora, a city so magnificent it draws the jealous eyes of all the world's great civilizations. It will make a fine inheritance for my many daughters.
Insight. Only daughters? No sons?
No sons. Not any longer. I had a boy once. A Donkey Owaturi III, named for his grandfather, and his grandfather's grandfather. He was a fine boy. A happy boy. The best son a father could ask for. But I will speak no more of him. Let his memory rest, I say.
What happened to your kingdom?
Look around you. Is my hall not the picture of power? Do you not drown in luxury?
Yes, it appears to be in excellent shape.
As I said, the jewel of Aora.
Do you understand what happened here? King Wingaru crosses his arms and frowns, the picture of a petulant child. Diplomacy. To put it delicately, Your Highness, your civilization lies in ruins, and your soul is trapped in Remagan's realm.
That is not possible, I say. My empire is the strongest in Aora. No, the greatest empire history has ever known. My reach extends to the edges of the world. Kith, on distant shores, pay fealty to me, King Wingaro Owaturi the First.
Like that voice acting. You've never deployed a painted army, Damas? Oh, you only play casually. Interesting, interesting. I would not know if they would check. I'm new to the hobby. Got you. Okay. So, Mythical Ring, what made you get into the hobby then? Insight. You know that's not true.
My judgment is beyond reproach by you, by the gods, by anyone. I will not take the blame for what happened. Do you hear me? I will not.
You made treaty with the foreign soul shapers because you wanted the best for your empire and your people. They took advantage of you.
I thought they could help us to grow, to persist through the ages.
Surprise makes his eyes go wide. When the expression fades, it's replaced by a look of slow dawning comprehension and, finally, wonder. His features blur, then run like water off his face. Ooh, I like that portrait change. What's left behind is the visage of an aged Amwa nearing the end of his life. His shoulders sag like they've borne the weight of centuries, and his once lively eyes grow dim and distant. A shaky breath wheezes from his chest.
When the bearded outlander and his cabal arrived in Ukaizo, they offered glory, strength, growth, and asked so little in return. My council warned me against allying with them. I called them cowards. All that mattered to me was the extent of our reach. Endless expansion. Security for the Wana. A legacy none could match. I say it was my weakness they exploited. I believed I could stand against the tide of time. The tide that wears down even the hardest stone to sand. And my arrogance. Doomed us all.
He heaves out a great, shuddering breath and can't quite meet your eye. You could redeem yourself. Help me defeat the dragon, Nereskrillus.
A victory against the dragon would bring glory to my empire. Perhaps together we might repair my legacy too.
Within the folds of his robes, the king's hands shake.
It is settled.
Then he nods quickly, satisfied. The king settles back on his throne to wait for your call. His expression turns pensive, thoughtful.
I will find you in the shattered passage. Until then, leave me to my thoughts.
And there we go. The seat of this extravagant throne has been buffed to a bright sheen by a long succession of royal posteriors. I have always some bare plastic or count-ass figure I'm using to experiment with my composition. And I'm a fan of the video games, lore, and books. Only thing that kept me from playing the tabletop game is I didn't know that there was a largest active community in my city. Nice. Interesting. Oh. Oh, that's him standing there. Okay. But, we missed one thing. Let's see if we can figure out how to get that. And then we'll move on. Oh, God dog it. Now we're starting all the way back from the beginning? Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know if that thing is important, so I feel like I gotta do it. Come on. All right. That looks like I can walk through it. Yep, that'll let me walk through it. Can I get to that gate over there? I can. Yeah, I should have known. All things considered, that would have to go left. It's in the general direction of where I was trying to get back to, but it's fine, whatever. Will they let me get back to the... Okay, they will let me get to the sunken crown. Cool. I hope this actually gives me something good, to be honest with you. Okay. And yeah, what's up with the stairs? Oof. That's what I get for assuming that... Oop. Is that Slandered? No. You do not. You are not the one right out in front. There we go. Eddar's the one out in front. Now. Alright, note to self. Make sure we take a rest when the next major fight happens. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Tried to get in 40K when I was in uni. I was too focused on one to have a unique army, but without the basic painting skills or attention span to back it up. Hey, it never finished anything. Hey, I understand. It definitely sounds to me like Warhammer is the kind of thing that takes dedication. Can't get to it willy-nilly. Ooh, the twin eels, a great sword, two-handed. Nobody uses great swords on my team, but still, it's interesting to note. Okay. Now we're back in the throne room, except, what's this? The statues, oh yeah. Okay, what's going on here? And here, actually. Oh, okay, nope, I already took that. Recently, through my friends, got into kill teaming and finding a much better way to get started. So, what do you find superior about kill team compared to what you're trying to do before? Tabletop Warhammer. It's like if Excel was a tabletop RPG. Nice. Excellent. Okay, here we go. What is this thing? Currents Rush. Okay. Some sort of weapon, no problem. Excellent. All right. So now we know we completely finished that area. Now let's go back to Wide Wind's bomb, because I think I didn't do it right, unfortunately.
Your victory is assured, for you have the dragon of Deadfire at your side.
So this fills up. And then this other one lowers, right? Yep. Let's just make sure there's nothing over there. Whoa.
You have resurfaced.
Renda's cold attention roams you.
And with a crown, no less. Impressive.
She smirks at the king. Let's hope his strength matches his opinion of it.
I prayed so. The worm has persisted for far too long.
She bows her head. All right. Yep. Strong indication I'm on the right path. Hey, spirit to talk to.
The bridge is not ready. If you think you can jump across, then jump across. I can only hammer one nail at a time.
The soul of a carpenter grunts and motions the swinging of a hammer, but has no impact on her surroundings. I'd like to pass.
I would like roasted cuttlefish with every meal, but not all get what we deserve.
She swings her hammer harder for emphasis.
Bridge is not done. Even when it goes all the way, only Mataru are worthy to cross. So says the Ranga. Take it up with him. Or better yet, go around.
She gestures off to the distant obscurity of the endless void. You seem awfully protective of this bridge.
As you say, my Ranga wishes to impress the great king. Soon, he visits our island. If I do not finish on time, then I lose my place around the fire. This I cannot allow.
She grinds her fist into her palm and nods, determined. Farewell. Whoa. It let me click that. That's weird. And it let me... Oh, wait. Wide Wind.
I'll take care of this.
Hold Wide Wind sundial up to the light. Turn it towards dawn. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts. Excellent. He's really not the guy I want to stand in the middle like this. There we go. Excellent. Boom. Boom. I highly recommend Kill Team for anyone interested in 40K, but who finds getting started too daunting. This is skirmish rules for the 40K minis. So you play one squad versus another squad. And if you ever decide to build up to a full 40K army, you can use your same models from Kill Team as an infantry squad. So how many models is a full army in comparison to how many models you could build for just the kill squad?
How are you all? Did you get turned around in the blizzard as well? I knew I shouldn't have left the path.
The spirit raised a hand to get your attention. She edges closer at an awkward, shambling gait.
I don't know how long it's been since I lost my way. Ymir must have worried himself sick by now.
Where do you think you are? A sound like chattering teeth echoes from her soul, but she doesn't respond as if she hears or understands you.
No one there? Damn this cold for playing tricks on me again. Just another of the beast's illusions. Ymir, where are you?
She searches her surroundings, hugging an object tightly to her chest. It looks like a battle mace. What happened to you?
How long have I been lost?
now. Ymir said he would keep the fires lit, but I cannot see my way to them. And now specters follow me across the ice.
She squints at you and chatters her teeth. You could tell she isn't really seeing you. Mind if I take a look at that mace? She hugs the weapon like it's a piece of a precipice. The willpower she expends clutching it might be the only thing holding her together. Never mind.
Hey?
Maybe something in this place can help you. She shivers and looks out on the distance, taking in landmarks which aren't there.
Where is my Ymir? Why doesn't he answer my call?
The sound of her chatting teeth is cut short by a desperate sob. Farewell. All right, I'll come back. Oh, so it lets me just loot it from here. That's weird. It seems like you should have to cross the bridge to do that, but I guess not. All right. Let's go back to the God Hammer. Bridge ablaze. It varies. Armies are built on a point cost, and any unit may cost a certain amount of points. You can't go over the allotted amount. Depends on the army. If you're playing Imperial Knights, your 200-point maximum size 40k army will have fewer models than most kill teams. But that's because Imperial units are all huge mechs. Got you. Interesting.
Let's see what we found.
Oh wait, so there's a soul up there. But it says I can't get over there.
Yes?
Indeed.
Okay, I'm missing stuff. So I tried to walk. I walked over here. Couldn't get through. I walked over here. Couldn't get through. So, but whatever this is right now, there's another soul. All right, hold on. Turn this towards, we'll go to Dawn. Boom, boom. Okay. So Dawn is before the bridge explodes.
I'll take care of this.
Something heavy is oh, wait. Unlock tower.
Bird! You bow to Nemnock!
Okay. I just got something. Bridge ablaze. Reveal the trouble. I found a memory incantation. Left side of the tire. I can't read it, but the words may be important to someone in this realm. Okay. Try and restore a fragment of Widewind's soul.
The water, so cold. This day I believe Father wanted me to drown. If my faith was untrue, then I wasn't worthy to be his son.
Leave. Hold it up. Let's go to Dusk. And then see if we can go through that door. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Did we ever go through this portal? I don't think we did. Where does this portal go? Oh, wait. This goes somewhere as well. So what's going on out here? We didn't do this. Whoa. 1 dozen stood. Heavy armor. Plus 10 accuracy with disengagement attacks. Plus 2 heavy. Excellent. Fragmented from Widwind in the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. Read the soul. Your father reached up from the sick bed and clutched at your wrist. His fingers gnarled and skeletal. You've seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. Echo Wadwin, don't worry about Mother. She won't know what to do with so much idle time. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by the Vorless cough, a plague that colored the phlegm purple. To you it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a ragged whisper if you kept to your faith. Echo Wadwin, I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as another fit of coughing crumpled him into a ball. Echo Wadwin, and I'll thank him from the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. Echo Wadwin, I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Farewell. You moved away from the sick bed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you. Then you stepped out on the porch to savor the last rays of the day.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Eddar's face as he levels his gaze to meet yours. Wadwin never forgave his father.
That's a hard thing to carry all this way.
That is brutal. But why serve Aethys then? You know, it's gonna bother me if I don't go through this. Let me go through this portal and make sure I know what this does. Well, I'm glad I did that. Okay, so it doesn't just take you out. Take you out to the
It's nothing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Shiza, you bow to Nemnok. Do it now.
So a common setup for a 500-point kill team for most factions is a commander, 2 squads, and a vehicle. Each of those squads is a full kill team. 40k tournaments are usually 1,500 to 2,000 points, so it's a pretty massive gap for a 500-point 40k. Wow. So it takes a lot of work and effort to build up your army then. It's no joke. Let's turn the ring towards noon. What's this do? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. A splintered fragment of Wadwin's soul clings to the spot, endlessly recalling some piece of memory consumed by guilt and shame. Read the soul. You drew your sickle across a thin patch of Vorless. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least that was a shared burden that no one in Red Sarah suffered alone. Echo Wadwin, we could use some rain to go with all the sunlight, Aethys. My thanks in advance. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. Echo Aethys, Wadwin. You flinched as the chiming of the bell echoed from some distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Echo Wadwin. Who's there? The daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized that it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Echo Aethys. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Wadwin? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid bare before the light of Aethys. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn. They were all his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. You tilted your head to present your neck, a motion you had seen repeated too many times in the town square. The luminescent figure flickered in a way that reminded you at once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Echo Aethys, do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No, I would draw you back to the warmth for a higher calling. He knew. Suddenly you felt like that child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming all-powerful presence. Echo Aethys, fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. An empire? It was gibberish to you, but Aethys probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and confidence that you had never felt before. If we do this, we do it as partners. Aethys didn't need to affirm your statement. You knew it would be true. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as a hand reached out from across a great distance to touch your brow. A light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man.
What did you see in there anyway?
Wadwin chose this fate for himself. He and Aethys shared a bond.
I suppose that's better than Aethys forcing it on him. I always wondered about that. A lot of folks did.
For example, the Necron Immortals, building in units 5 to 10 of them with a point cost of 17 per model. So a full unit of 10 would cost me 170 points, but my single Void Dragon would cost me 350 points. Whew. Is there one type of army that's like most popular? And it seems like most people try to build and paint. Turn the ring towards dusk. Boom. Boom. Or is that what I just came from? Was that dusk that I just did? Let's find out. We'll find out in just a moment. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Okay.
I'll take care of this.
So no, what we want is dawn. I think we're missing one more soul. One more Wadwin fragment. Guess will be Space Marines or Orcs. Interesting. Oh, look at that. There's a priest here.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
The soul of this robed priestess circles around the same thoughts in a pattern reminiscent of pacing. Who are you? She doesn't seem to hear you.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Widewin will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
As you intuit her meaning, you catch a flash of memory. Robed priest assembling a delicate mechanism, spiked copper plates housing a fragile shard of Adra. The Adra houses a piece of Wadwin's soul. Give her the memory of Magranite incantations. I think this is what you're looking for. All right, Duras was right. The bomb worked because a part of Wadwin's soul was inside. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Wadwin reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted soul energy into the copper and triggered the explosive, a bomb for Wadwin made of Wadwin. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. Give her the memory of Magranite incantations. I think this is what you're looking for. No sooner does the book make contact with her than it ceases to exist, absorbed into her memories. You feel the essence of the priestess swell with life and vigor.
Of course. Simple. How'd I forget a thing like that anyway?
As she begins the incantation, you comprehend where and how the bomb was hidden. Knowing this, it feels as if 1,000 pairs of eyes are observing your progress at once. The illusion fades under their scrutiny. Ooh. This is really, really freaking cool. The heat of Mogren's fire singes your face as you draw closer to the Godhammer bomb, which feels poised to go off at any instant. Under layers of copper plating, enchantments, and volatile materials, you sense a fragment of Wadwin's soul. It reaches out to you in blind confusion. A parchment-thin shard of Adra is positioned inside of a spiked copper trap. When a current of essence conducts through the Adra, the trap will snap shut and complete its circuit. It would take incredible care to extract the soul without setting off the bomb. Force the soul out and detonate the bomb. You extend your will into the mechanism, probing until you find the fragment of Wadwin's soul. You give it a forceful tug. The bomb responds at once, its moving parts coming together and radiating oppressive heat that pushes you away until your world is bathed in flame. Unless it's the top battle suits. You can feel the minimum loadout battle suit for like 50 points or give it all the bells and whistles for 200. Nice. Interesting. Okay. What? A splendid fragment of Wadwin's soul clings to the spot, endlessly recalling some piece of memory consumed by guilt and shame. Read the soul. Space Marines definitely the most played. Okay, interesting. Dawn rose over the mountain pass where you camped your forces. The first rays warmed the tents and roused your armed congregation from slumber. Ivandour Bridge was a speck on the horizon. Echo Wadwin. Scouts say that a dozen soldiers hold the crossing. What do you think they can accomplish? You spat in the wind and considered your options. No one said this would be easy, but you started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. The Deerwood certainly didn't. Echo Wadwin. They must have something to believe in, something that could turn the tides against us. You were only thinking aloud, but without warning, it became one of the rare moments when a familiar voice interceded on your thoughts. Echo Aethys. It's possible. Our adversaries do not lack for motivation. You flinched as the presence asserted itself. Aethys had been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from you. Echo Wadwin. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? You, Aethys, consider your answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easier to Remergand, and in this moment, you envied him. Echo Aethys, you and I may stumble, but our legacy will live on, if not on this frontier, then another. Wadwin nodded, absorbing your words. Echo Wadwin, why try and stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was always so hard telling Wadwin the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. You already knew about the bomb, and you decided not to act on that knowledge. But Wadwin deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. Change is agonizing. Mortals will fight to avoid it, but it always catches up to them in time. Wadwin looked out on Ivandour Bridge and wondered if he was ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. Then he spoke his mind again, this time taking you by surprise. Echo Wadwin. Those defenders are looking past their faith to stand against a god. They're here to fight for everything they built and planted together. Wadwin was beginning to see the point. It was your sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. Echo Wadwin. Kith are supposed to face the dawn together, not to depend on it. Our first duty is to each other. You wanted to tell Wadwin how proud you felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. That saddened you, even more than knowing that Wadwin had seen his last sunrise.
What did you see in there anyway?
Aethys wanted Widewind, everyone, to believe in a world where Kith had control over their destiny.
Starting wars, knocking over castles, sucking out souls. He sure has a strange way of showing us.
Okay, I think that's the last soul. So let's make sure. This is dusk, so let's go ahead and click on over here. Excellent. I'm sorry, we don't want dusk. We want dawn. Dawn. And let's see if it'll let us reconstruct them. Boom, 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 boom. Restore the last missing fragment of Wadwin's soul. As all the essence you gathered in Evendur Bridge converges on Wadwin, his soul brightens with a flash. Then his eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. Wadwin, awaken.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Wadwin wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes into a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I'm guessing the cycle is broken now?
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait.
He smiles lopsidedly.
There is a lesson, a purpose to the Godhammer that I failed to grasp.
Wadwin looks out on the bridge, paying particular attention to the men and women rallying against each other.
Aethys wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The Godhammer didn't just tear Aethys from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and Kith across Aora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
I always thought he wanted to expose the work of the Ingwithans.
He did. But in the end, it was a difference of two rivers flowing into the same ocean.
KK, what's going on, man? Yeah, this DLC is pretty amazing thus far.
Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Aethys' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years.
Wadwin shrugs. The matter seems to weigh on him less than before.
Now that I'm free, I can feel oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Wadwin looks down at his hands, which even now seem less substantial, as the white void draws him away. He doesn't seem to mind. Seeing as I helped you, maybe you could lend a hand against a dragon.
I might have guessed you didn't come this far just to pull me out of a bad situation. At the risk of sounding ungrateful, it's been ages since I took up a pitchfork against anything larger than a bale of hay. You'd do better without me. Really.
If you have no faith in yourself, then you miss the point of the Saints' War.
What are you saying?
Aethys wanted Kith to stand together. If you leave, then you're betraying his lessons.
I'm not sure this is what he had in mind. But you make a good point. Point me toward the fiend that means you harm, and I'll drag it down to oblivion with me. Onward.
Widewin gestures for you to take the lead.
Going into battle alongside St. Widewin. Every day brings something new.
Never thought I'd be fighting beside an honest-to-God saint. Makes a gal feel real righteous.
That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. Okay. Yep, that was super cool. All right. This is done. Finally. So. Whoa! That was unfortunate. Deeply unfortunate, in fact. Hmm. Why would you come on your boat? No, I don't think so. That would have been awesome, though.
You think you captain? Them not better captain.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Man, it's just foggy. I mean, or maybe I just haven't gotten far enough. But if I go a little bit farther, or when I'm almost finished with this, it'll give me the option. But we'll see. We shall see. All right, we good? Why does it seem like we're not good? Good Lord. Why'd that take so long? There we go. We good? And we're good. Excellent. Okay, cool. Now, I think there's one more section we need to clear out here, though. The L Cipher gets great dialogue. That's what I heard, but after the debacle of Wales DLC, I was like, I'm not taking out my main team.
I'll be at your side.
I appreciate that. It even points it out in the journal. Mm-hmm. Renhader's cold curiosity feels somehow comforting as it lingers on you.
And have armed yourself with flint and steel. It should serve well against a corpse.
Her head cants slightly as she takes in Wadwin. Wadwin caused a lot of suffering. This will help him set things right.
Be wary of overconfidence. The worm has bested many before you, and its power has only waxed with time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now that losing over and over. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely can't have that. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. The endless queries. All Rywin turning towards the dawn. What is this about? Ooh. Excellent. And those weird eye things, I guess. I don't need that anymore. The portal whispers, sounding at first like the rain, but resolving into the quiet murmuring of lowered voices in a large room. Gaze into its depths. Beyond its surface, you see vast pillars of Adra wrapped in the stone arches and copper machinery of ancient Ingwith. In sight, the quiet whisper seemed couched in a mixture of desperate fear and bitter zeal. Step into the portal. Means I have new dialogue to look forward to when I get around to finishing my playthrough. Yep, absolutely. Take care, Mythical Rain. I'm actually about to get off shortly as well. I'm getting sleepy. Speak to the shackled soul. Shackled? Scan? Endless queries. Palagina also gets great dialogue in here. Really? That's interesting.
These structures are of Ingwithan. They look to be new. Strange.
The figure shackled before you shudders, its edges shaking and blurring, its entire form indistinct as if seen through a waterfall. As you approach, her features resolve into those of a skeletal folk, her brown hair falling limp and matted about her pale skin. Her eyes, though, are bright and blue. Eovora, X, and Cios.
You've returned.
Didn't know I
to
could.
me.
I could.
Please,
I can't.
Please release me. This place, the agony, so much worse than anything I suffered at your hands.
How can I know this is you? I'm not sure I can trust my senses here. She cries out, writhing against her bonds as they burn with violet light. She shimmers, and her face falls away, replaced with a cold, hard mask over her gray beard.
My student, my nemesis, to see you again here. Have you come to proffer forgiveness, or to persecute me further?
His voice and portrait look different to me. Thalestic's Arcanon's words waver weakly as if floating to you from the bottom of a well. I thought I returned you to the wheel. The entity shimmers again, its features running like water as it lifts his head.
See you, do I? Come to kill old Merwald? To claim his keep? Cad knew a home to me for decades now.
That's probably going to give you maximum dialogue, Damas. The Venerable Watcher's eyes wetly widen.
That old place, you can hold on to it. We got a boat now.
Leave an old man be, beg I. Leave him to his doom, to the dawn star's rise.
I'm not falling for this spirit. Tell me what you want. The old man trembles, his visage splitting apart at the wrinkles, the sagging flesh falling away to reveal bruised skin beneath. The illusion melts into black ichor, which flows through the air into an object hanging from the spirit's neck, a small blade broken near the hilt. What's that hanging from your neck? The spirit's labored breast fracture into a weak chuckle.
You see through it then? You must be special, like they were. Are.
She appears to be an elf, albeit one of duskier skin than Iovar. Who are you?
I'm uncertain. I've lost so much of myself here. She tore my name from me.
This is the hardest part for me. Interesting. I'm looking forward to this. Who did this to you?
The interrogator. She's deep within, ensconced in her little court.
Do you recognize me?
No. I don't even recognize myself.
Tell me about the dagger.
The object bears the touch of
Scan
himself. His blessing bestowed on it for his queen's precious inquisitors.
This was made by the Inquisition.
'Tis a tool for liars, hiding the true identity of the wearer. Used for infiltration, hidden, disguised, to destroy groups they found objectionable from within.
How do you know any of this?
I was there, I think. I remember the trials.
I plan to save after
Bits
this.
and pieces of what she did to me. Gone now, mostly. Carved away to the sound of so many questions.
I need to find this woman.
You won't. She wards herself too well. In her labyrinth of Audra and copper. Perhaps with my help. If you found the pieces of me, returned them, I could lead you to her.
How would I retrieve your memories?
If they remain, they're in the machines. Each encompasses an Audra pillar, and each pillar contains the countless souls scoured by the Inquisitor, I think.
If you would seek my missing pieces, seek them there. But be warned, some may be more volatile than others. I want to help, so try to find bits of me that aren't too broken.
I'll try to find a way to help you.
I appreciate that. You've no idea how much. Take the relic with you. You may need it.
Betrayal grants quick to rebel. The user inspires rebellion enemies around them. They are charmed for a short duration. Interesting. She slackens against her bonds. Excellent. All right, let's rest.
I'm not hungry.
And let's save. Awesome. All right. I think that's very, very good progress. But I am starting to get sleepy, get dizzy. So I think this is a good place to cut it. Hopefully in the next stream, we will be able to finish Remigan's DLC, and then we will be jumping into the end game so we can finish up the game. So definitely by the end of next week, I think we should be finished with this. If I can, I'll jump on tomorrow evening, probably after the Super Bowl game. I will not be streaming this Monday. I have to work early and get up early on Tuesday, so I want to make sure that I'm